Yo, he goes slow. He ain't no fool with the sonic speed. He just always cool.
Sonic, Sonic the Hedgehog.
No fool. Come on, just show me what you got. Going fast is cool, going slow is not.
Sonic, Sonic the Hedgehog.
No fool. Wild game, dude. 7 danger zones. You and Sonic speed through, or you are test, man.
Sonic the Hedgehog, the hot new game from Genesis Games. Systems and games sold separately.
No fool.
Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my own growing hair that I can comb, cut, style, do whatever I want with it.
The results I've achieved have been exceptional. This is my real hair. I can do with it whatever I want. This is mine.
Bosley gave me my hair back. I cut this hair. I wash this hair. I mess this hair up if I want to mess this hair up.
I can't explain to you the way that it made me feel to be able to wear my hair down, go out on a date, and have confidence again.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my hair. This is my hair.
Call or go online for your free no-obligation self-evaluation kit. Plus, call in the next 6 minutes, and we'll even send you this $250 gift certificate. The information is free, so choose to grow back your own real hair. Choose Bosley. Call now.
He's lucky it was not intercepted. Dan Henning said, we expect Tolliver to make some rookie mistakes, but we are confident enough in his talent that he's going to make some big plays too. Has not made those big plays here so far in the first half, but we still got another half of football, Charlie, and with only 3 points on the board for Seattle, hey, it's anybody's game.
Hadn't made a lot of little plays also.
No, well, hadn't had a lot of chances either. They're not moving the ball, not moving it on the ground either.
We'll have a flag. Seattle was offside. The pass is behind Darren Nelson, and he was nailed.
Patrick Hunter there to put him on his backside.
Hunter hits harder now that he wears 27. 2 games ago he's wearing 23. Seahawks were offside.
A 7 is heavier than the 3, is that, Charlie?
That's right. That's right.
You'll see the end of this play. There's the jump inside.
Number 79, offense. 5-yard penalty. We'll replay the 3rd down.
Patrick Hunter waiting, and that's the kind you write home about and say, Mom, I wish he hadn't thrown that one to me.
They talk it to the wide receivers, bring that back to the huddle and say, by the way.
3rd and just over 5 yards to go.
1:34, time remaining, 2nd quarter. Seahawks lead it 3-0. Nelson, first down,
good play.
50-yard line. Eugene Robinson bringing down Darren Nelson. Played his collegiate ball at Stanford, pro ball at Minnesota, traded to Dallas, and then traded here. Hurry up offense.
Finally with a little field position, the first chance they've had all day. Ooh.
Almost intercepted.
Some confusion on that pattern as Nelson had run into the same area as Anthony Miller.
And Melvin Jenkins is there.
You'll see 2 receivers, same spot. Now, probably Nelson, the man who makes the mistake.
And now back to our show.
It's not your show, it's my show.
Now back to your show.
Thank you, please.
Choose Inspiron 15R, the laptop that offers more. More fun. More control. More durability. More sales support for less, starting at $549.99. Order your Inspiron 15R with an Intel Core i3 processor for smarter multitasking and McAfee Security Center. You can tell it's Dell.
Tape copies of all Computer Chronicle shows are available for $32.50. Please order by show number and topic. And for more detailed information about the series, guests, and products featured, you can also order a subscription to the Chaffee Letter. In each issue, Stuart provides his unique insights and thoughts about the fast-changing world of personal technology. Videotapes and the Chaffee Letter can be ordered by calling 1-800-800-9520 or by writing us at the Computer Chronicles.
Men, look, you see, my shave cream now comes in line, too. So take it off. Line.
Chicken. Only Ziploc double guard freezer bags have an inner layer that clings to seal out air that causes freezer burn. Regular freezer bags don't. Put an end to freezer burn with a Ziploc double guard freezer bag. Freezing steak? Only Ziploc double guard freezer bags have an inner layer that clings to seal out air that causes freezer burn. Regular freezer bags don't. Put an end to freezer burn with a Ziploc double guard freezer bag.
Al? Al Schilling?
Kevin Webster? My God, you haven't changed a bit.
Thanks. You look similar.
Thanks. You know, a few more pounds, a little less hair. Yeah, it goes with the territory.
Right. So what have you been doing all these years? You married?
Oh, yeah. Kathy couldn't make it, though. She had to work. So.
What kind of work does she do?
Oh, just a little,
Work for this software company. I'm a programmer. I've been with them from the very beginning.
Really? What's it called? Maybe I've heard of it.
Microsoft?
Yeah, I've heard of that one. So I guess financially.
Oh, you stopped counting after a while. Where exactly did you say your wife's working?
I think she's doing something for Nordstrom this week. At what point exactly do you stop counting?
Oh, 4 or 5 million. Would I recognize her from any of the work she's done?
Probably not. Mostly catalogs. A couple of spreads in Playboy. Now, you say you stopped counting at 5 million.
Oh, yeah, after that, it all kind of blends together. You know, the cars, the houses. Which Playboys was she in?
The last one was in March. How many houses?
3. This March or last March?
Last March. How many cars?
Around 11. Centerfold?
The time before. Stock options?
Plenty. Cleavage?
Plenty. So, you're a millionaire.
Yeah. And you've got a centerfold wife.
Yeah.
I guess it's a tie.
Yeah. Ellen!
Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Toy Story 2.
Ride like the wind, Bullseye!
All right, let's get a move on, people. We are on in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, people, Eastern Seaboard coming online.
The creators of Toy Story.
Good morning, fellas. Hey, what's shaking, bacon?
Did you lose weight or a limb?
Take you into the world behind your closet door.
Roz, you're looking fabulous today. Is that a new haircut? New makeup. You've had a lift. You've had a tuck. You've had something.
We've always been afraid monsters were there.
Scary feet, scary feet, scary feet. Oh, the kid's awake.
Waiting to scare us.
Twins and a bunk bed.
But what we didn't know is that we scare them.
What happened?
The kid almost touched me. You can't touch a child. They're toxic. If a kid ever got through one of our doors, the results would be catastrophic.
bucket.
Light taste brings remarkable lightness to salads.
Remarkably light, ooh, delightfully light. Ah, true flavor in every bite. Crisco oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
Today's Crisco oil is remarkably clear, remarkably light. But it's really Crisco's light taste that brings out salad's true flavor with no oily taste and no cholesterol.
Deliciously, Crisco oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
Warning: if you or a loved one have had a stroke, heart attack, serious blood clot, pulmonary embolism, gallbladder disease, deep vein thrombosis, or died while using Yaz, Yasmin, or Ocella, call 1-888-985-4325. People who suffered serious injuries while using Yaz, Yasmin, or Ocella may be entitled to compensation. Our call center is open 24/7. Call us toll-free at 1-888-985-4325.
For 65 years I have ruled this empire. Generals and kings have knelt at my command. But a darkness comes. The blood tide rises. These are the closing days of the Third Era. And the final hours of my life.
Needs to tell these folks that's why this is called indoors.
Well, they got their own indoor, a dome within a dome.
If the dome ever leaks, they're ready. Seattle up 10-3, 4th and 6. Norm Johnson will go for his second field goal attempt of the game. The ball spotted at the 15-yard line. It will be a 25-yard attempt. It's just only 2 inside 40 this year. And the Seahawks, who have been able to control the football in the first half, extend their lead again. Now it's 13-3 over the Raiders.
on, go, son.
Huh?
Chance for a land.
Your family. Just 3 seconds.
Sounds like the call of the male Gryposaurus.
The Flintstones, tonight at 10 on Cartoon Network.
You like fish?
I don't like fish. I love fish. I just wish I could find more of it.
Well, close your eyes.
Okay.
Furs is about to make your wish come true.
Wow.
Furs presents the fish lovers wish for. Deep-fried cod, grilled orange ruffing, or delicious baked cod, plus salad, vegetable, beverage, and butterflake roll for just $3.99.
I'm hooked.
On fish?
No, on furs.
Cafeteria, making up your mind is half the fun.
Hey, got any Kern's bread on board?
No. 3, 2, 1. Kern's bread really is out of this world.
Evil Megatron's gonna get
stomped by Cheeto Supreme! He's huge as a cat and even bigger as a robot! Watch this! The challenge is in the shed! New Beast Machine's electronic Cheeto Supreme, sold separately.
Okay, today's vampire comes outfitted for duty with all the right protection. A surgical mask, rubber gloves, and of course, a blood testing kit.
Some of Cartoon Network's cartoons are going solo.
Oh boy!
Not that kind of solo. What I mean is that they're taking over prime time.
Come again?
Weeknights at 8, you'll get not 1, but 2 full hours of your favorite cartoons, like Dexter.
I am the Game Master. You are my paws.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. Johnny Bravo.
Well, aerate my roots and prune my petals. I think I'm in love.
Ed, and Eddie.
Don't try this at home, kid.
Now, the most powerful warriors in the universe have the most powerful weapon. It's Terror Claw's Skeletor. Against Flying Fist's He-Man.
My claws are terror. We'll rip you to sweat. Try your claws on my hammer fist or my slammer shield. Incredible weapons.
Watch the weapons fly as Flying Fist He-Man battles Terror Claw's Skeletor. New from the Masters of the Universe, each sold separately from Mattel.
Although diminutive in stature, mice are often the catalysts of conflict. While very crude, their drawings and name-calling can be quite hurtful. Tom and Jerry, weekdays at 2 on Cartoon Network.
Sure wish I was moving to the city with you. Yeah, me too.
Nobody knows how you're feeling deep inside. You've packed up all your memories of fun and happy times. You've got what it takes, a new world's round the bend. The city crowd, the city's loud, new things to explore. New places, different faces, will you make friends like before?
Let's go get something to eat. Hey, yeah, and I'm hungry too. Hey, Jim. Yeah? Aren't you coming? Oh, yeah.
Starting up friendships in a place that feels like home. You're the reason we do it. If anybody can do it, McDonald's knows you can.
Chip round, he put some stuff on the bowling ball also.
Tomado's best year was in '87. He won $112,000, and he is the man that finished second 6 times before winning his first title.
Only 3 times, Chris, have I seen a fellow miss his bowling balls in the championship round. Here today, remember Steve Wonderlick at the AC Delco Classic in 1988. Steve struggled, lost the title match. And Dick Weber in Toledo in 1973, he ended up using his brother-in-law's ball and won the tournament.
Dick Weber, who's back in Warsaw, Indiana, to make a speech to the bowling league there.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah, back home. Sorry I won't be there to join him.
Maybe he'll stop by and watch the Purdue-Iowa game, or at least root for Purdue, because they're going to need all the help they can get tomorrow.
All right.
That's a 10-pin for Wayne Webb, and again, off comes the wrist brace, or whatever you call it.
It's the slide of Wayne Webb. He hits the line, and with all that leverage, you can see that foot flip around, and he leaves the soft 10, the 6-pin just laying down the channel, doesn't quite knock out the 10. Cross lane.
All right, Wayne now moving over to the left side, and here's the doubleheader that Bo mentioned, where he feels my alma mater will be smoked by Iowa. He's probably right. Illinois, Ohio State. You want to pick that one?
Well, I think Ohio State has very little chance with their leading scorer, Jay Burson. He's out, and Illinois, great team. I think they can win it all. Kendall Gill's out till mid-March, and should be an easy Illinois victory.
Wristband back on for the shot. He's established a procedure now, at least on the right lane. Yes, now he is taking it off to shoot the spare.
I really don't understand it. Apparently it's comfort or a commercial, one of the two. It's almost looking commercial to me. Even turned the wristband label a little bit towards the camera there, Wayne. So you're doing a good job if that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Shades of Jim McMahon, the Chicago Bears. Okay, an unusual trophy and a very expensive and lovely one. There it is for the winner.
Greatest tunes ever made. The envelope, please. Tune in to the Cartoon Network. It's the Golden Betty Awards Week. Next week at 9 at the home of the greatest tunes, the Cartoon Network.
The abominable snowman has diaper rash. No wonder, winter is rash season. When colds, flu, even babies' antibiotics can make him more rash prone. But with Pampers Rash Guard, you can be better prepared. It's the only diaper designed to help treat and protect against diaper rash. So for every snowman, winter's what winter should be. Fun! Pampers Rash Guard. Pamper the winter skin they're in.
A complete breakfast with sweet fruity tricks.
Tricksland! Giant puffs, raspberry red, lemony yellow, orangey orange, grapey purple.
What's this? Zillions of rabbits eating tricks?
Hello! For me, at last, sweet fruity tricks.
Will the rabbit really get to eat tricks?
How long are you going to last? Well, you can't say, you know. You can be big-headed and say, yeah, we're going to last 10 years. But as soon as you've said that, you think, you know, we're lucky if we last 3 months, you know.
Of course, seeing that scene and those scenes are so great because it's a kick for us. We know what's ahead of them. They don't. The Complete Beatles is a much better film covering those early days in England than it is covering the later years of the group. Particularly interesting is the way the film highlights the considerable contributions of the Beatles' producer, George Martin, because in the past, the Beatles have received credit for their success. Their manager, Brian Epstein, has received credit for their success. But George Martin's role as the man at the switchboard, the man at the rehearsals, that has been mostly ignored. But I can only give a mixed review to the Complete Beatles because the second half of the film needs more concert material and more, frankly, interviews with the Beatles themselves. This movie has a fascinating subject, to say the least. None of it should have been boring, as the second half of this movie is. I like the whole movie. I'm kind of confused by that because you say you like the George Martin stuff, and that's all in the second half of the movie. How he produced Abbey Road, how Sgt. Pepper was their best album and the White Album, and how George got mad because he only got 2 cuts on every album, how they brought in all the symphony instruments and played with the tapes. So Martin is known as the fifth Beatle, so he's gotten a lot of credit, but until this film, he's never really been exploited in terms of all the little stories about how they made the music. And then also the last half of the film is how they go to India and have their falling out with the Maharishi and so forth. I thought the whole film, and especially the end, where success destroys them and they can't hold together, was the best part. I liked it all. Well, I think that I felt that they played a little fast and loose with some of the footage that they had throughout it. I wished I wanted them to speak. That's what I really wanted, I guess, and I expected that in the second half. I guess I expected some reflection on them. I don't know if they didn't have the rights to the material or what it was, but that was missing for me. Their response to the same material. Gee, I think we have a disagreement because I thought there was for a Beatles fan, the whole movie is invaluable. It's just interesting. So I thought, anyway. Next at the movies, 4 Sailors on a Weekend Pass.
First down at the Seattle 23. It's 4th and 24. Back at the 37-yard line. 9.5 to go. Pressure again. Goes deep. is intercepted by John Harris, his second interception of the ball game. Turnover number 7. San Diego has turned the ball over 7 times. Now, shakes his head. The Seahawks have the ball, and they have the lead, 24-10, 9 minutes, 17 seconds left in the game. John Harris, I notice he's waving the left hand. If you get the right hand up, he has a cast on that right thumb, and then it's wrapped. 2 interceptions today. One, there it is. There you can see him. Forget it, John.
That's all right, John.
3 already to shoot.
That's right. He is off to a blazing start, and the turnovers continue. The rule of thumb, Knox always said, if you could get 6, we win the ball game.
He's got
7 right now.
4 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries. Franco Harris. Was that a little stutter step to the right? He ended up to the left. We'll be back. Let's go to New York City.
Charlie, with Art Schleister waiting in the wings, the Colts' Mike Pagel knows he has to play well. He has done that today in Houston. He hits Tracy Porter here for a 33-yard touchdown. Pagel's 4th scoring strike of the day. 35-21, Colts in the 4th. Charles?
Thank you, Bob. I'm really surprised by that.
After watching Houston and watching their improvement, I did not expect to see them stumble that badly here against the Colts.
2nd down and 8. Franco Harris, David Hughes at the running back. Here's Franco to the right side. He is pulled down.
Billy Ray.
1-yard line. Billy Ray Smith got it. They lose a couple, so it'll be 3rd down and 10.
In level 1, the hyenas laughed at me. In level 10, they stopped.
Chevy S10 4-wheel drive pickups take on the 4-wheel drive Ford Ranger. Look, to shift from 4-wheel drive high to freewheeling 2-wheel drive, Ford Ranger actually makes you stop and back up 10 feet. While Chevy S10 InstaTrack lets you shift on the fly without slowing down, so you can go forward with Chevy or backward with Ford. Nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
Today's truck is Chevrolet.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dionne Warwick.
Bring in your step and makes things lots of fun.
It's that little lift from Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. It's that little lift. Come on and get you some.
That clean, fresh taste Wrigley's Spearmint's got. That little lift that means a lot.
It's that little lift from Wrigley's Spearmint Gum.
At Ford Motor Company, quality is job one.
Putting a door on is very important. It's as important as getting the foundation of a house straight. If you don't start off right, you can't finish right.
Any door sounds good. You close it that hard. Close them like that without having to slam it, you know you got a good door.
Better and better. See what we've done. At Ford, quality is job one.
Sophisticated firelighters take delight in the intricacies of pressure or spirit stoves.
And now let's recap the movies we reviewed on this show. 2 thumbs up for The Negotiator, a rare, smart action film featuring 2 terrific actors, Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Spacey, in an intense mano-a-mano. 2 thumbs up for The Governess, with actress Minnie Driver holding our attention in a drama of a young woman trying to build a life against tough odds. 2 more thumbs up for Ever After, a luxurious and fresh updating of the Cinderella story, with Drew Barrymore compelling in the lead role. But 2 thumbs down, way down, for the brainless, utterly unfunny Basketball. And finally, 2 thumbs up for The Thief, the story of a mother and child whose lives are changed by a handsome stranger. Remember, you can hear our reviews on the web at Siskel-Ebert.com. Next week, we'll be back with a special show featuring our favorite summer movies called On the Sunny Side of the Screen. Some good rental ideas in that show. That's next week, and until then, the balcony is closed.
Right now, you can get 21 extra bags of groceries into a Dodge Caravan, or 14 extra family pets, or almost enough extra equipment for a Pee Wee League football team. Because for the price of a regular Caravan, you can get a Grand Caravan. That's 25 extra cubic feet of space at no extra charge, for savings up to $26.50 during the Dodge Awards Celebration Sale. Because the only thing better than America's best-selling minivan is more of it. See your nearest Dodge dealer today.
The biggest party of the summer, the All That Music and More Festival presented by Johnson's Kids, featuring LFO, Bewitched, and more.
Meet the bands and get their autographs before the show.
Experience live performances from all your favorite bands.
Audition for All That and Double Dare 2000.
You'll meet your favorite Nick stars.
Hosted by Keenan and Nick Cannon of All That.
Don't miss Nickelodeon's biggest party of the summer, coming to a city near you. Presented by Johnson's Kids and Nickelodeon.
Take control of your own F-14 jet fighter and experience all the thrills of real battle action with Tiger's new electronic tabletop arcade game, Afterburner. Destroy enemy planes with your machine gun or missiles. Lock on. Enemy in sight. Fire. 18 stages of play make Afterburner a true test of a skilled jet fighter. Also new from Tiger, Outrun, the electronic auto race game.
The threshold and mansion. For everyone. Father, mother, sister, brother. You'll be scared stiff too when you see what they see. In ghosts, mixing an ectoplasmic color of Illusiono, the ghost viewer. Ah! Ghost of a the ghost of a murderous cook in the kitchen.
Stop it! Stop it!
The ghost who speaks through the lips of the living.
Death tonight. To one of you.
Ah! The evil ghost in the bedroom, fighting to take possession of this beautiful girl. You'll feel all the thrills and chills. One ghost, multiplied by the magic number 13.
Put to you. It's called Chili 5 Ways. Now, one, you have, I've got to put some pasta in the oven here, in the pot here. First of all, you have the spaghetti by itself, the beans by themselves with meat, and that's called two ways. First, the first chili is simply chili meat, right? That's one. That's chili. Then if you have it with beans, it's called chili two ways. If you serve it, now watch this one. Where's a big enough bowl here? If you serve the chili, now this is the one that has, there we are. This is the one that has cinnamon, allspice, and chocolate in it, cocoa. If you serve it over, along with beans, over, what am I calling this, spaghetti, then you have chili three ways. Don't kill yourself here, Smith. Here's spaghetti or chili and beans over spaghetti, so that's 1, 2, 3 items, right? And on top of this, we're talking lunch here, kids. We're not talking something informal. On top of this, we're going to put some chopped yellow onions, and that means it's chili four ways. Got that? And on top of that, we're going to put there. I have to reach for everything. We're going to put some grated cheese, and you've got chili five ways from Cincinnati. That is well, it's an incredible meal. There's no question about it. All right, finally, I have so many for you. Finally, I have a chili from California. And of course, you're thinking sprouts and avocados and all that sort of thing. It doesn't have any of those things. It's California. I'll just set it out here for you. It's California chili made with chicken instead of, there, can you see it in here? There it is. It's made with chicken instead of beef or pork. And it's really very delicious. Lots of green peppers. I'm chilied out. You understand? There are all kinds of other things I can show you. Chili is American, American, American. It is not from Mexico. It's never been seen in Mexico. As a matter of fact, I found an old Mexico dictionary, and the dictionary says, chili, a disgusting...
So, do you think you could manage to love me?
Oh, Kenneth. And I thought you loved my pretty little sister Annabelle.
Oh, no, my sweet. It's you I really love.
You do know that Daddy isn't leaving me the house?
Yes, my love.
And that all the silver's going to Cousin Jessica?
Yes. Yes, my love.
In fact, Kenneth, all I have is my Astra.
The Astra from Vauxhall. Once driven, forever smitten.
If you're with a man who abuses you, get help. Show him you love and respect yourself.
This Easter, no matter how many people you're feeding or eating for, Hughes Family Markets has all the wonderful things you'll need. Fill your Easter shopping basket with all the best values, like a delicious Easter ham, whole or full half with no center slices removed, only 39 cents a pound with a minimum $25 purchase. 12 packs of Pepsi or Coke, only $2.49, and Dreyer's Grand Ice Cream, $3.49. This Easter, for the best celebration the whole family will love. Depend on Hughes.
You don't do fried. KFC realizes fried chicken isn't on everybody's menu every day. That's why we're introducing new Tender Roast. KFC roasted chicken served in pieces. Right now, get 2 pieces, 2 sides, and a biscuit, just $2.99.
Flowers, how fly, how sweet and light. Wow, 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 wow.
Just a few moments ago from 30, this is 25.
like a breaking putt. You just got to trust that it's going to break.
Whistles first. Patriots called the timeout.
Kick off your evening with a top 10 performer.
This is great, huh?
Who's the boss? Then
Go ahead and dunk a punch.
it's a carnival of fun and fantasy.
May I try? I'm his sister.
Growing pains after Who's the Boss? Tomorrow.
Wheel off, broke the wheel off, went up on its nose. My heavens, look at that.
Wheel broke off. Hot Stuff has to complete the round. But Leadfoot broke the wheel.
Broken axle off of the El Camino. There's Brian getting out of that truck and doing it in a hurry. Hot Stuff is enjoying a win this time around, but
It'll never get any easier, will it?
he won't this competition. Now, that tire and wheel laying there on the ground weighs over 1,000 pounds, so it's not something that you just pick up and go with. I would venture to say that Brian is shook just a little bit.
It's an expensive proposition.
Jeff's, all he has to do is cross the final 6 cars and come out a winner. And he's going to take it slow and easy, the way he should. Jumps up on top.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Right on across, and down he goes.
So Hot Jeff Boehner, in his first competition, comes away here at Anaheim a winner.
Tony, he has done such a marvelous job over the years. $110,000 truck, and look at the horsepower.
1,015 horsepower. A lot of ponies under that hood.
And coming from the right field foul line, it will be Excalibur from Maumee, Ohio, Dan Marquardt. Driver's Mike McKell, the value $100,000, and his horsepower 500, which is a lot less than Deal Wilson, but he figures 500 is enough to get him over the...
There's a new store in town. There's a new store.
Moms and dads, are you looking for a bicycle, tricycle, football?
Looking for a model kit, chess set, doll? Something for game time, playtime, fun time.
Well, stop your looking and start to shopping at the store that has them all. The world's biggest toy store is Toys R Us. The biggest selection, Toys R Us.
New store in town. Toys R Us.
It's the Claw. Nothing gets in its way, because the Claw beats roadblocks with wheel-splitting reaction traction.
It can take on anything.
The Claw. Batteries not included.
Hey, it goes where it wants.
People can have a good time without killing themselves with too much food. Let's see what happens. Don't grind this too long now. I'm using the pulse blade. You see, you cannot do this. There, we're done. You cannot do this with a great big food processor because it simply throws things around. This KitchenAid is a middle size. The little bitty one would turn this into mud, and the great big one wouldn't even work. So let me get a cracker and see what we have in terms of, well, it even looks like caviar. Poor man's caviar, you see? It even looks like caviar. Now we'll give it the test. Terrific. Now, by this time, you've come to understand that these machines of our time are really the servants of the old days. They'll do all the drudgery work, and it's a blessing to have one. One of the most difficult jobs that I used to have in the restaurant was trying to make enough salad for enough people in a hurry. In the old days, they used to have a machine that was a cone shredder, and we used to work with it by hand. KitchenAid simply put one of these together for your mixer, and it works beautifully. Here's the thin blade slicer, or the thin slicer, you see, for vegetables. Lock her into place and simply put it in the old machine here. And I want to make salad for a whole bunch of people. There we go. By salad, I mean I want to slice up a bunch of cucumbers, for instance. So just grab a good cucumber. Let's see, this one looks pretty good. Take off the end, and in we go here. This is fun for me because it beats work, you know? The advantage here is that you can go on and on and on. You don't have to change bowls. Just put it underneath a thing, and you can... I once ran 8 cases of zucchini through one of these machines for 800 people for a big church convention in Tacoma. 800 people! And I fed them out of one of these machines. It's a scream. Or try this one. That'll make a good salad. Or try this one. Just slice up a batch of cucumbers and marinate them with a good vinaigrette salad dressing, and that's your salad. Oh, that's good. A lot of vinegar.
You are what you play. Who are you? Coming soon, all in one place. Nintendo GameCube. Products not yet rated.
Oh, look! Ooh, it's the Colonel Dude, bearing gifts!
Right now, the Colonel's gonna give you a holiday deal and a free sandwich.
The Duke of Drumsticks, Sultan of Sandwiches.
Get 10 pieces of KFC original recipe for just $8.99. Plus a coupon to try the new original recipe sandwich free.
Colonel's cool, Colonel's cool. Actually, I'm cold. At KFC, we do chicken right.
Like Barbie and Ken doll?
No, Keldo. He's a Scandinavian chemist guy.
All right, and there's Coke in there, and
ultrasonics, John.
Okay.
Ultrasonics.
We're gonna Coke and ultrasonic. Well, jeez. Okay, well, that's okay. Now, so we've proved you shouldn't put your Coke in an ultrasonic machine. Is that right, or what?
Well, if you want the top to blow off, it's...
Well, that's indeed exciting.
Now, John, when I'm driving it, there are no nucleation sites. No nucleation sites. Just vibration causing those bubbles to come out of solution.
Bill is bringing more apparatus.
Now, John, let me ask you something.
Okay, we got to...
Just off the top of your head, which balloon is bigger?
The one over there by you.
Right. Now, here is the pinchcock. So well received last time we brought it back, pinchcock.
Okay.
Noun that kind of bothers some of us guys. Now, John, if I open the pinchcock, what will happen?
I think I guess the two balloons will probably become the same size.
John, a good hypothesis, but let's test it.
Okay, let's see. Well,
John, we have a bit of a leak. But let me show you, John, let me show you, look.
Yeah?
If there were air over there, it wouldn't stay there.
Oh, okay, well.
And it all ends up over there.
Well,
now,
we're supposed to wrap it up now, but
John,
so I guess what you're saying is that, the little balloon would have squeezed into the bigger balloon.
That's right. Now,
and
John,
you've got another little balloon here.
John, you know, this is a science.
Now, Bill, come on.
I think it's hydrogen.
Okay, I'm going to get up. Geez, Bill?
No, there's no hurry.
Oh, well. Gee! Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Nye, the science guy.
The big payoff. Thank you.
We'll be right back. Way to go.
Washington 9, Seattle 7. 2 seconds to go. Randall Morris and Bobby Joe Edmonds set to return the kickoff of Steve Cox. From the crowd, the fact that it is a new Redskins record has been announced. And this is a low, short kick just to take care of the timing of the return. And there's Bruce Schultz, the linebacker, out to about the 40-yard line as the first half comes to a close. On a high note for the Washington Redskins as they lead Seattle 9-7. Decision there as the second half is underway. And here is Bobby Joe Edmonds on the return. The leading punt returner in the National Football League and a very good kickoff returner. We'll take a look now after that 24-yard return at the statistics here in the first half. Jimmy?
Look at the rushing yardage for Seattle. Of the 130, Kurt Warner has quite a few already. He has 107. And the passing for the Washington Redskins, quite a few, 135 to the Seahawks 63. Monk with 94 yards in the first half.
And Seattle at halftime last week at a -6 yards passing. They have 63 today. Redskins have the big number, though, 9-7. They lead. Swing right flat. Here's John L. Williams. And Seattle comes out smoking here in the second half. Darrell Green with the tackle.
And there's a name we have not called very often during this first half, very infrequently. Green, the man that the Seattle club wanted to stay away from because of his great cover ability, his quickness. He makes things happen back there. And he has been diffused by Seattle thus far because they have not put the ball in the air that often.
Christmas isn't Christmas without one.
Every Christmas, Guardian Royal Exchange will give you a present. Extra cover for your personal possessions in December and January, free of charge with our select household policy. Because the visitors you get at Christmas aren't always welcome. Guardian Royal Exchange. It's our policy to improve your policy.
Back home, the game was baseball. Here, it's coconuts.
You lose.
Again?
Island rules.
Back home, there were girls who acted like princesses. Here, there really is one.
I'm having a royal moment.
What a royal pain in the pajamas. And back home, the brainy kids always wore pocket protectors, not nose rings. So, yeah, it ain't Manhattan.
Mike Lewinog, weekdays at 4 on the home of the top Toon Stars, Cartoon Network. And now it's back to Fat Dog Mendoza on Cartoon Network.
Today's most eligible bachelor discovers the joys of parenthood.
I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I want a story.
The Sinbad Show.
I have got to get out this house.
Premieres Thursday, September 16th after The Simpsons.
New York's children deserve a healthy start in life. That's why I signed a new law, Child Health Plus, with comprehensive benefits for kids up to age 18.
You get full hospital coverage, immunizations, prescriptions, x-rays, dental care, eye care, and annual checkups. To enroll, call 1-800-698-4KIDS.
Our children are now getting the best health care we can give them, Child Health Plus, because New York loves kids.
Celebrate spring with Sunflowers fragrance from Elizabeth Arden. Take home the Sunflowers garden tote with travel-size eau de toilette, body lotion, and shower gel. Your gift with any $26 Sunflowers purchase.
Any kid what they want to eat, and you'll hear the same old thing.
Hot dog, tacos, french fries, nuggets.
Thankfully, there's something new. Boston Market's Kids Meal. There's 3 to choose from, and each comes with a toy to feed their curiosity. Introducing Home Style, done kid style.
When Jason asked if he could tell the barber how to cut his hair, I said, sure, why not?
It's real easy saying yes to Boston Market's new kids' meals, like the sandwich in the shape of a dog's paw and the toys that feed his curiosity. Say yes to home style done kid style.
And who danced with me except Jeffrey Kaiser, the biggest nerd? Cheer up, you're drinking milk, and this is you in a few years. Not with this braced face and gross hair. Well, you're growing fast, and milk can help you get a great smile and gorgeous hair. But my body, the only difference between me and the guys is this dress. Hey, you can see we turned out just fine. Who is that? That's Jeffrey Kaiser.
Milk. It does the body good.
Of the chapel in coral, but when you try to pick them up, they're too heavy. Talk to Araldor and he'll tell you about Kellen, Now go talk to Kellen, and he'll tell you about his suspicions concerning Araldor.
I know there's something he's not telling.
Speak with Araldor again, and you'll learn that you need to pray at the altar.
Again as our holiday hosts, direct from NBC's Today Show, it's Willard the Weatherman Scott and everyone's favorite morning show co-host, Katie Couric.
Girls. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Macy's fabulous Thanksgiving Day Parade. But where the heck is that big guy, Willard Scott? Hey, Willard, what are you doing up there with that telescope?
Hey, Katie, I'm looking for the parade. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. I think I can see it. The first band. There they are! Hey, listen, I can hear the first fanfare. Hey, and take a look at that. There's Macy's Gene McFadden doing the backstroke. Stepping off. Here it comes. Are you ready?
You bet, Willard.
Live from New York, the National Broadcasting Company presents its 41st telecast of the Emmy Award-winning Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, with blockbuster numbers from Broadway shows, giant balloons, marching bands, fabulous floats, and celebrities galore. The cast of Guys and Dolls will rock the boat. The star of Jelly's Last Jam, Gregory Hines. Songs from Crazy for You, Falsettos, Annie Warbucks, and Five Guys Named Mo. Mac Davis from the Will Rogers Follies, the American Ballroom Theater, the Big Apple Circus, Macy's Giant Balloons, Bugs Bunny, Bart Simpson, Babar, and in his first flight, Goofy. Famed soprano Jesse Norman, country singer Aaron Tippin, the Rockin' Trolls, Miss America Leanza Cornett, from NBC Dan Florek of Law and Order, Blossoms
America. Send all your funny or amazing home videos to Post Office Box 4333, Hollywood, California 90078. Don't delay. Send today.
The next America's Funniest has plenty of silly surprises. Plenty of silly snoozes.
Oh, I'm sleepy. What about you?
Anyway, the subject here, you know what it is? It's sleep.
Don't sleep through the next.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
As much ass as I can with what little I have. Darkness. You afraid? I'm not.
When you take a talented team of artists, when you see that game on the screen, you say, wow, what is that? You see Vin Diesel there, and his muscles are buff.
Now there's a remarkable new product that turns ordinary tap water into clean, fresh-tasting drinking water in seconds. The new Brita water filter system. Simply pour ordinary tap water into the Brita pitcher. The patented filter removes the taste of chlorine and 90% of lead. The amazing Brita. Crisp, clean drinking water. Homemade.
Win the grand prize, 125 games and toys from Hasbro. This year, the Thanksgiving Parade to watch is here, starting Thanksgiving Day at 10, only on Cartoon Network.
City where survival depends on friends.
It's always business. Never personal.
On family.
We gotta look out for one another.
On trust. On loyalty.
on power.
Am I my brother's keeper? Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am!
私のブランド、旭化成から。
サランラップは軽い力で簡単カット。
気持ちよくカットできたね。
ピッとぴったり美味しさ包むサランラップ。クックパーで上手にクッキング。クックパーならくっつかず後片付け簡単。いろいろな料理に使え、両面使えるから失敗なしね。クッキングペーパー。クックパー。
この辺でもっと商売になる企画ってのはないんですかね。あ、ピンクの電話。
やっぱりですね、旅行で皆さんね、一番大事なところを忘れてますよ。
なんでしょう。
やっぱり宿。
それではですね、一度は泊まりたいこんな宿。
なるほど、特典。一度は泊まりたいこんな宿。
情熱の国ブラジルのあでやかな花火ホテル。リオデジャネイロのル・メディテランホテルでは元旦午前0時とともに屋上から4000発の花火が炸裂する。ほら、ホテルの屋上から舞い上がれる滝のような花火が、もうホテル全体が花火で包まれてるって感じですよね。綺麗。実はこの花火のイベント、今年で13回目を迎えるんです。
Way to go. So who were those guys? Where'd they even come from?
No clue. See that one guy?
What a beast.
Check out the new ride. It's a...
Whoa. Bummer. Ladies.
Dinosaurs hate being smashed on something to remember a new Mario Tennis with 16 players, blazing balls, and 4-player action only on N64, rated E for everyone.
Here's the deal. Right now at McDonald's, a Filet-O-Fish sandwich is only 99 cents. And here's the meal. A Filet-O-Fish extra value meal starts at $2.99. So, who has a deal and a deal on a meal? Did somebody say McDonald's?
The Force to get your hands on an exclusive Dark Horse Star Wars comic book. It's free with one proof from Kellogg's Apple Jack cereal.
We read what we like.
腰を入れまして、追尾の若の花。若菜は釣った。これを残した。栃錦逆に釣り上げます。この辺を高速撮影でご覧願います。釣った釣り出し。栃錦の勝ちであります。釣り出し、栃錦の勝ち。若の花敗れて2敗。ここに玉の海の優勝が決定いたしました。土俵は14連勝、優勝すでに決定の玉の海が全勝優勝を目指しまして、今日の相手は広瀬川との対戦であります。立ち上がりました。頭を下げました。右が入りました。右四つ。ぐーっと広瀬川やりました。玉の海危ない。よく残した。よく残しました。盛り返しました。右からすくい投げ打って盛り返した。清くなったことは右からすくい投げ。大きく決まりました。玉の海の勝ちであります。すくい投げ、玉の海の勝ち。かくて玉の海は全勝優勝決定いたしました。玉の海は相撲史上10人目の平幕全勝優勝という偉業を成し遂げたのであります。初の九州本場所は数々の成果を収め、土俵もまた観衆も混然一体となり、火の打ちどころのない成果を収めたことは、九州場所の前途に大きな明るさを投げたものと言えると思います。
I mean, the most important part is that I just try my hardest and make it the journey worthwhile. I mean, I can only compare what it was like when I won silver in Atlanta, and I was pretty happy. I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks.
health plans with a new approach. California Care.
at 5:30. Suit up. Sasami, Ayaka's little sister. She's sweet to a fault, but don't cross her. She's much more than she seems. Tenchi Muyo, tonight at 6. Love stinks. Only Toonami.
Is brought to you by EB Games.
Hey, this week on Buried Treasure, we're talking about Black Dawn for the PlayStation. Now, Black Dawn was one of the first completely 3D action arcade helicopter games. It's really not a simulator, but the amazing thing about Black Dawn was that the way you could control the helicopter. The controls in this were really, really well thought out and well done. The missions in this game were incredible. They're really unique. Everything from landing your helicopter a la Choplifter and bringing in some guys, go, 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 and then you take off. Sometimes you have to bomb out radar dishes. Other times you're protecting things and sneaking around. The music is also pretty cool in this game as well. It's all kind of orchestral, Rambo-ish style music, but the music's interactive. It changes as the mission itself changes. Check it out for sure. Black Dawn for the PlayStation 1.
Check out this and other buried treasures at EB Games. We take games seriously.
Introducing a new kind of Fixodent. A Fixodent with no artificial flavors or colors. Introducing new Fixodent Free. It's got the strongest, longest hold of any free adhesive with no artificial flavors or colors. Fixodent and forget it with new Fixodent Free.
Weekdays on the Superstation.
The party's gonna be right here!
If you love Saved by the Bell, you'll love this.
They're the California Dreams.
Right before Saved by the Bell. Catch California Dreams every weekday at 4:35 Eastern on the Superstation.
Super TV, take care of these ducks right now and get back to work or you're fired!
Not cool, guys.
Regular show. All new episode. Monday night at 8:15, 7:15 Central. Only on Cartoon Network.
Last time with Lucky Charms.
Oh no! Stuck up here with a whale on me rainbow and swirled whale marshmallows in me cereal.
Come on, let's get him down! Pull!
Whoa! Yikes!
Oh, we made things worse! How long can it keep bouncing?
And how long will there be swirled whale marshmallows in Lucky Charms? That's still up in the air. But you kids can help Lucky and the whale get down on boxes of Lucky Charms. Part of this nutritious breakfast.
This holiday season, give him the best gift any man can wake up to. A Braun shaver. The #1 foil shaver worldwide.
Racers go down the track, pullers go down the track, they tear the track up. We're trying to pack it back as close to the first puller as humanly possible, but we all know that just doesn't happen all the time. The slack comes out of the chain for Richard Popham and the Outlaw out of Floresville, Texas. Here's a heavy-hitting young man. The track has just played havoc on the last part of this class. But the guy is not being able to get a hold of it, not able to put enough horsepower down to the track to make that full pull. A good job. Maybe another 100 on the front would have worked a little bit, as he's already got quite a bit stacked out of there. But you see right there, it gets a little high on him. It starts to drift to the left-hand side of the track. He's touching the brake to pull it around, keep it inbound, lets off of it, just bring it around and get enough traction on the front tires to jerk it around so it doesn't go out of bounds. A good run for Richard, but just couldn't put the program together for a full pull.
So the champion for tonight is Art Arpons of Akron, Ohio. He was the only one to go with a full pull in our modified tractors competition. Coming up next, we'll have the Monsters, but before we do that, let's go to Mike Galloway and a special guest to learn more about the Monster Truck competition.
Well, we're just about ready for Monster Truck competition, and Jim Kramer, driver of Bigfoot. Jim, what's it going to take to win this competition tonight?
It's going to be fierce here in the World Finals. I tell you, it's a heck of a course out here. The trucks are starting at the base of the first hill, accelerating over the first hill, coming up to a pyramid of cars. We're talking 12 foot high, 40 foot long, coming off the pyramid of cars, hopefully very fast or quickly, hitting the second hill, making a sharp corner either right or left, depending what track you're on, getting as straight as you can, and then barreling down the straightaway, hitting 6 cars, over 6 cars, and across the finish line. This could be very, very exciting.
Jim, what will the drivers be thinking about when they make the curve?
番付編成会議並びに理事会において満場一致で大関に推挙されましたことをお伝え申し上げます。
謹んでお受けいたします。いかなる時も力戦奮闘しスモードに精進いたします。本日は誠にありがとうございました。
My family makes such a mess. Have fun. Their stains are the only things I see.
Hey, honey, have you seen my wallet? I'm pretty sure you have it.
I knew I had to do something. So I got a Bissell Little Green. Its powerful spray and suction make tough stains easy to clean. And its long hose and compact design make hard-to-reach areas anything but. Because I love my family. Just not their stains.
Bissell, we mean clean.
Learn how Bissell is getting a little greener at getalittlegreen.com.
Resident Evil, more terrifying than ever, comes to Nintendo GameCube. Spine-chilling action. Devastating weapons. Unspeakable evil. Live the nightmare. Resident Evil, exclusively from Capcom. Rated M for mature, only on Nintendo GameCube.
The future is here, and it's full of surprises. Leather surprises from Favor. A special $19. You could pay up to $30 or more for good leather shoes like these. But Favor leather surprises are just $19. Favor. Out of this world.
PBS will return in a moment.
This is GPTV, your PBS station, serving Atlanta and all of Georgia. GPTV, bringing you the best.
Are you behind on your mortgage? Overwhelmed by your bills? Not enough money for your family's real needs? Does your life feel like a bad dream?
My Life, Sunday.
I know I shouldn't be calling you Mr. Davis. You haven't seen him since lunch?
Step out of the car, please, sir.
I know this isn't the first time. Mr. Davis, please. He needs this job.
If someone you love has a drinking problem, it doesn't have to end this way. We hope you'll never need Charter, but if you do, we'll be here. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
Friendship is the key to a great new experience. Share a few hours with a fatherless boy. Find out more by calling the Jewish Big Brothers at 852-1234.
Now, which is leaner, bacon or sizzling? Sizzling is real meat.
Jane Seymour in Le Jardin de Max Factor.
Le Jardin.
They say romance is back in style. I say it never went out. Le Jardin says it too. It says it subtly. It says it softly. Because if you want romance to come on strong, you have to come on soft.
Le Jardin de Max Factor, the incurably romantic fragrance.
Great face. A great face starts with Noxzema. Soap can dry, but Noxzema conditions. Your face looks and feels so healthy. You will always have great face. Noxzema.
Today we're trying out the new shock blaster from Ratchet & Clank up your arse. Whoa!
Dude, they got your mom.
Return fire! Dude, higher!
Okay, it's on. It's on. It's on.
Take it online. Weapons and gadgets not fit for this world. Rated T for teen.
My guest this evening has been with us before. We're always glad to have him back. He's been performing all this week at Swanee's Comedy Underground, and you can see him on Late Night with David Letterman on October 26th. Please welcome Jake Johansson.
Thanks very much. I'm Jake. It's nice to be here in the land of feedback. And I'm doing pretty good. I've been having some bad dreams lately. I had one recently about my toes. Where I dreamt that the second toe was longer than the big toe, and it gets worse. I know that some people even have this, all right, but I mean it was really longer, like about 1.5 inches, which for me is an unprecedented toe growth spurt. So in the dream, I complain to my father, who says, no problem, and he goes to the kitchen and comes back with this big knife. I don't know why I trust him. And he lines my feet up next to each other and just chops the toes right off. And it hurt. So I said something like, wah! And then, the most unbelievable part of the dream, he goes, oh, sorry. Like I'm supposed to believe it was an accident or something. I mean, after he went to the kitchen special for the big knife, and then he lines my feet up next to each other so he can do them both at once, like it's a shortcut trick he learned on This Old House or something. And, oh, sorry. Then he says, oh, don't worry, we'll go to the hospital. And he runs to get my mom and my sister, because now we're all going. It's a family trip to the hospital.
In for a fucking pound.
Tune in and talk comfortably.
Can you hear me back there?
Loud and clear. Use Whisper 2000 in theaters and meetings.
Brenda, I love you.
There. You'll hear every word clearly, comfortably, no matter where you're sitting. The Whisper 2000 gives you the astonishing experience of super hearing. Sportsmen and bird watchers use it to hear noises too low for the human ear.
Awesome. Totally awesome.
You know, people think it's a pocket radio. I like that.
You know, it's amazing. You won't believe what you can hear.
You're going to love the peanut buttery filling. Then you eat one. Ignore everything else. In other words, be a man.
Nestle Treasures. From you to you.
Giving you guys pie, huh? How'd you get? Plain pie? No, cherry pie. They like it. Sure they do. Pie. Couldn't they? Shouldn't they? Yes. Wouldn't they love it more with Cool Whip?
The fresh whip taste of Cool Whip topping makes pie. Fruit, any dessert better, and only 16 calories a serving.
So couldn't they? Shouldn't they? Yeah. Wouldn't they love it more with Cool Whip? Yeah.
Do you think it's too soon to get a dress for the senior prom?
Heck no, there's only 1,162 shopping days left.
On Out of This World,
Kiss me, you impetuous fool.
Evie's crush on Chris.
You can't be too careful.
Gives Chris cold feet.
What's about women?
See ya. But will Evie's dream date be a date with a dud?
You have a beautiful...
Yes?
A beautiful front door.
On the next Out of This World.
An all-new episode, Monday at 7:30, right here on Channel 5.
At the Indy Zoo, I enjoy working with all the wildlife. The animals were cool, too.
I enjoy showing people the masters at the Indianapolis Museum of Art.
Me too. Why are we whispering?
Indy offers you a colorful nightlife.
Me, I just give you the blues. We take your vacation personally. Call 1-800-323-INDY for your free Indianapolis guide.
Neither have I.
Very anxious.
So let's see whether or not we've blown it, or whether or not... I want to see if the lid will come off here carefully. Oh, look, it's perfect. Still hot, just wonderful.
Oh, that's
Look,
beautiful.
isn't this gorgeous? And you'd serve it, you see. It hasn't quite set up yet.
Almost like a terrine.
Isn't it wonderful? Like, it is a terrine. Let's leave the lid off to one side here. And the other thing that would be different about the old days is that rather than serving one meat, you'd serve at least 2 or 3. That was common in Tom Jefferson's time, General Washington's time, and this English governor who lived across the way. So where's our lamb?
All right.
We had a lamb that you did on this pit, too. Here he is.
We did?
Okay, there we are. Now,
Such a festive occasion.
isn't this wonderful?
We might have as many as 10 meats.
10 meats?
And you can see how hard we've worked on 2.
This looks like a
Well,
grand feast for anybody.
It is an honor to have had you in our kitchen.
Madame.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is a colonial carrot grater. Are you ready? Listen, I have too much respect for you, Jordan, to let you do this. Can you? We're talking a real knuckle buster here, aren't we? I saw one of these at Colonial Williamsburg. Is anything coming through?
No.
It's not?
Not really.
Is my finger coming through? I need 1 pound of grated carrots. How do we do so far? What do you think? Have we got it? We haven't got it? That's not it? All right. Let me try another method. I want to make a carrot pudding for you. You see, carrots were one of the vegetables that your mom would always have in what she called a root cellar. And a root cellar was a hole dug into the ground, and they would line it with rocks or bricks, and then you could store vegetables that would hold well during the wintertime, cabbages and carrots and your own favorite rutabagas, right? Isn't that
Brave comedy. Then we have a show for you. Pull the rabbits out to your pants. There's short fuses. Hot heads. Somebody's got a problem with that? True romance.
I kiss chicken lips.
Action. Hello, nurse. Adventure.
World conquest will soon be ours.
What a thrill. What a show. What a yutz. Here's your one-stop laugh shop.
Weekday afternoons at 4 on WUHF Fox 31.
Dumber than advertised.
Hey, dude, it's under $129.
Finished skiing, huh?
What is that in your cup?
Dunkaccino. It's new. Hey, you want one? There's a Dunkin' Donuts right down the hill.
Why not?
Great. Can I get you anything else?
A dozen roses.
Some people will do just about anything for the creamy mocha taste of the new Dunkaccino.
Stop by Dunkin' Donuts today and try the new smooth and creamy mocha-flavored Dunkin'.
To reflect your highest standards, Nescafe Gold Blend introduced the seal of quality, your assurance of all the flavor of the finest Arabica beans. So rich, so pure, so smooth. No other coffee can surpass it. Pure gold.
I never settle for anything less.
Reach for the Gold Blend Standard. Only from Nescafe.
発売間もなく発禁。著者逮捕となった韓国の話題小説。日本全国でただいま人気急上昇。楽しいサラ。好評増刷発売中です。
Out to run a city are up against cops who know it's streets.
This ain't business. This is personal. This is big business. This is the American way.
This year, say happy holidays by phone. There are phones for people on the go.
Phones that leave you with a glow.
Stylish phones with sleek dimensions.
Classic phones for great extensions. Phones for people going places.
Even phones with many faces.
For quality that's unsurpassed, AT&T. The phones that last. See the gifts that set the standards at your AT&T phone booth.
Globe, across 15 countries. From Australia to Germany, Norway, France, Italy, and more. The most talked about game show in the world is coming to America. Become an instant millionaire. It's your chance of a lifetime. A full week of shows. Starting tomorrow at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Our hero singing his way out of the pokey, and the next he's swinging cool as he invades the inner sanctums of love. In your wildest nightmares, you've never imagined such goings-on, as Elvis gets with it in a rock-and-rollin' swinging spoof.
Rings on the fingers, bells on the toes. Shake, shake a little tambourine, shake a ring, a jing-a-ling-a-ling. Shake, shake one little dancing queen, that tambourine, that tambourine. Every pretty girl is gonna know I'm around. They're gonna know I'm in town on a harem holiday.
Now I created a delicious Tasty Freeze Sundae, and here it is. Yeah. And there it goes. Better hurry into Tasty Freeze, friends.
This looks important.
No, it's just a differentialator. Totally unnecessary.
Get expert advice at Pep Boys and up to $40 back on premium Rebestos brake service. One more reason.
you know this young man. You've heard more about him than any star personality in the modern entertainment world. Yet, here is an Elvis Presley you've never seen before. Vince Everett, dynamically portrayed by Elvis Presley, was a tough blackboard jungle kid who became even tougher under the influence of his jailhouse cellmate. A terrific performance by Mickey Shaughnessy.
I'm an animal in a jungle, and I got a motto. Do unto others as they would do unto you, only do it first.
Do it first. That's right.
Jailhouse Rock is the astounding success story of this rebel with a voice that rocked the world.
I guess it's just because you were so square. Baby, I don't care.
Jailhouse Rock is also the love story of this rebel.
How dare you think such cheap tactics would work with me?
I need tactics, honey. It's just the beast in me.
The fires of violence still raged in Vince as he fought his way to fame and fortune in the exciting world of popular music.
Don't leave me now.
Going through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there, they began to wail.
And then came Hollywood.
Oh, Vince, let's try it again. Vince! How do you like our movie star, Peggy?
He has adapted very quickly.
Well, there's not much oxygen up where he is, and the man gets lightheaded. Tramping on me is one thing, Sonny. Hurting a little girl like Peggy is another.
Now, just don't you go getting no ideas, huh?
There comes a time when you gotta take a hand in things, and that time is now.
Don't push me, huh?
I'm gonna beat hell out of you.
Don't try it. You're talking crazy, man.
You know you got it coming, son.
I said don't try.
Press freedom has predators.
I'm Miss Smith, substitute teacher. Is there anything at all I can do for you?
All right, everybody stop trampling on the evidence.
Hi, Tiger. My little sweet shortcake snack.
Pretty maids.
Fred and George have finally gotten together. You'd think they'd have a lot to talk about. The Stone Age meets the Space Age when Cartoon Network's Cartoon Theater presents The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones. Tonight at 7 on Cartoon Network.
What sort of jail sentence do you think the Haggers are going to get?
About 10 years on each count. If the judge is charitable.
Any ladies out there?
Yes, ladies escaping the gender biases of the physical world.
You sound really cute.
America Online. Welcome.
They'll totally realize, you know, the different units and stuff like that. But where this game picks up after Red Alert, the first Red Alert is you can do so much more with the units now. Basically, every little tank and every little vehicle, you put different guys in it, does all kinds of different
Take us
stuff.
around the space a little bit so we see.
Tanya here. It's still setting us up. And
okay.
They got a little video window to carry war in here, and you can see the Soviets are starting to, you know, blast the Statue of Liberty. And she is going to pop up down here. You'll see her little character.
Okay.
And she's called Tanya. And she's basically like this demolition expert. And she can take out all these things with, like bombs. So now we're playing.
Okay.
We select her. And you can hear her, you know, saying, "Ready to go, boss." and you say, I want to sink those ships before they blow up the Statue of Liberty. And here
so this is just a lot deeper than the earlier ones. More stuff to do, more options.
Way more stuff to do. The quality of stuff that you can do is just unbelievable. And now that it's the settings here in the U.S., you get to see cool monuments like this.
You recognize stuff, yeah.
And if you're an allied force, of course, you're repelling the forces or you're guarding it.
All right, so Red Alert 2,
yes.
Must have. We don't have time to show this, but I know there's another game you like, and this has just incredible graphics. Sacrifice. Yes. Just tell us briefly what's cool about Sacrifice.
Sacrifice is really different. It's a real-time strategy game as well, but like
gorgeous pictures.
Beautiful, beautiful game, and it's got a storyline that anybody that's into fantasy stuff will really like.
Yeah. Okay, so let's review for folks who talked about. We showed Hitman #1. Okay, that was a game you liked.
Yes.
All right, that was the violent one. Shoot 'em up. Red Alert 2.
Fantastic game.
Hey, great game. And finally, beautiful game, Sacrifice. Your 3 picks.
Good games.
Hey, Ryan, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, well, another great gamer site on the web is IGN.com. That's part of Snowball.com. These guys, of course, also live and breathe computer games and video games. Here to tell us what's hot from their perspective is Brandon Justice. How you doing, Brandon?
Pretty good.
You are like the Sega Dreamcast expert, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, now, everybody's like crazy over PlayStation 2, and I got to get my PS2. And people think, you're showing us Dreamcast, this old stuff. Do I have to like panic if I didn't get my PlayStation 2?
Well, not really. To be real honest, the only reason you might want to panic is...
And the music and snack. Saturday starting at 8, 7 Central, only on your Nickelodeon.
Anybody detail?
Break away from the ordinary with Ultimate California Pizza. With over 100 toppings, fresh homemade hand-tossed dough, and a variety of homemade sauces, design your own or choose from one of our 25 gourmet specialty pizzas.
Come in between a...
Covering on Larkin. This is what's going on this year. 15 teams have no quarterback injury, and that has to include the New Orleans Saints, as Bobby Hebert has played every down. But look at the rest.
And the Saints are fortunate they have a good backup quarterback in Dave Wilson. But, I said it earlier, I have never seen a year like this for quarterbacks getting hurt. Everybody has a theory, and everybody's theory makes sense.
And now you can add Denver to the list of teams. First down on a 25. Warner gets maybe a yard. Pat Swilling was right there. Time, 6:15 remaining in the third quarter. We haven't had any scoring here in the third quarter. It is still 10-9 in favor of New Orleans. Final scores, in case you missed them around the league. Tough day for Randall Cunningham and for the Cincinnati Bengals, who lose for the first time.
One thing we've got to keep an eye on, Dick, is the center exchange between Feasel and Stauffer. We had one fumble already in the game between Stauffer and Blair Bush.
Second down, 8. Stauffer has Larkin again. And once again, this Van Jakes is there. Wasn't going to get Larkin out of his grasp. And it'll bring up third down, and Larkin today has caught 5 passes for 54 yards as we continue to update the scores on the CBS Sports Wire, including the game still in progress. Third down and 2. Lord Johnson has kicked 2 field goals for the Seahawks. 3 field goals today for Seattle. Only 1 touchdown. Hebert to Eric Martin in the second quarter. Stauffer completes the pass to Paul Scancy. The clone of Larkin is...
Northern California Toyota dealer today for a special lease offer on a new Corolla.
Hi, my name is Tony, and I'm a Hyundai owner.
Every day, more and more people are coming out and admitting to being sensible.
Not it? All right. Well, anyhow, you grate up a pound of carrots. Here it is. You grate up a pound of carrots, you see, and mix them with 1 pound of freshly grated bread, white bread. To that you add some eggs and some sugar, and let me show you what you can, and then you bake this in a pudding mold. Here's a pudding mold. This is you see how this is shaped? This is from England. Actually, it's made in this country now, but the style's from England. And the idea was to put a piece of paper over the top, and then you tied a string around this, so that when you steamed the pudding, the steam wouldn't get inside. Yes? What? Yes. Yeah. Wasn't that clever? This holds the string from popping off. Pretty clever, an English pudding mold. Okay, let's go. Stephanie, can we get this out of the oven? Where is it? Here it is. I think we can manage. Oh, boy. You know, one of the wonderful things about Christmas time is that you lose all track of space in your kitchen. The thing just kind of envelops you, you know? It just disappears. Everything goes away. Okay. Okay. Would you close that back up? That's all right. That's fine. Thank you, dear. Okay, this is a little warm, so I'm not going to pass it on to you here. Another lesson about good cooking, particularly if you're a young person, don't ever take anything out of the oven unless you figured out where you're going to put it. What are you laughing for?
It's funny.
Okay. It's really true, though. You understand what I'm saying? You burn yourself to death. That's no fun. All right. We'll put the pudding over here, the carrot pudding, and then I want you to taste for me, if you would, the Indian pudding. May I have some ice cream, please? There. Wait till you try this one.
Ice cream and pudding?
Yes. Well, in the old days, you would probably just use the cream, but I like to put a bit of ice cream on the top of mine. It's just wonderful. There, we'll just give you a little.
Conditioning every day leave your hair heavy and weighed down? Not anymore, because Pantene's got new Pro V Light Spray Conditioner. Pro Vitamin formula is so light, you spray it on and leave it on.
For hair so healthy it shines.
Finally.
Welcome back to the Screensavers. Watch the lights, kids. I'm Leo Laporte.
And I'm Patrick Norton, and the whole house is coming down.
Fatty Matty on the jib today.
Woo, he's out of control. Coming up in this half hour, discover alternative operating systems for your Linux box. I don't think so.
Windows
How about
managers.
Alternative Windows managers?
Yes,
for
let's
your
say
Linux
it that.
box. No worries, folks. Martin's going to, well, he's still celebrating the last day of Black History Month. He's got a few online resources.
And he's got his own apricot scrub, and I'm not sure what that's all about, but we'll find out.
I don't know if I want to know what that's all about.
Meanwhile, let's check in with the folks over at Tech Live, see what's coming up on Tech Live tonight. Erica Hill's on the Tech Live set. Hey, Erica.
Good evening, gentlemen. Plenty coming up tonight. Good evening.
Good evening.
Tonight we're actually going to examine the latest developments in human cloning. British lawmakers are opening the door for cloning research on human embryos. We're going to tell you more about that coming up on the show a little bit later. Also, we're going to check out a new trend in video games that sort of takes the fun out of gaming, actually. White supremacist groups are adapting popular video games to broadcast their messages of hate, and perhaps most troubling of all, they are targeting young people with these games. We'll have a full report for you coming up on Tech Live tonight. Plus, we're going to look at what one company is doing to protect its sports memorabilia from counterfeiters. A new device called the Pen Cam combines a pen with a video camera. It documents the actual signing of autographed items, and it digitally records them, so then you can go back and check and make sure that it is authentic as you think it is.
Wow.
Not too shabby, huh? Isn't that cool?
Very cool, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing more on that, too. So we're going to tell you all about that and much, much more. That is, of course, tonight on Tech Live at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
Thank you so much, Erica Hill.
Thank you.
That'll be tonight on Tech Live. So did you watch the Grammy Awards went till midnight? Yeah. Yeah. Midnight. What, you went to sleep, Ken? You didn't stay up for the whole thing? It's like 11, well, I don't know. I went to bed at 11:46. I don't know how much later it went. Okay, it's not midnight.
Well,
says
that's
our
almost
producer.
midnight.
That's why he's sitting in the big chair.
Quite nice, boys.
Did you watch?
No.
I watched.
We don't care about. It's important to start De Niro in the beginning of this film because, hey, it's Robert De Niro. We'll pay attention to him, to his story. He's a big actor, a great actor. So this film, 45 minutes before we see De Niro, and who cares at this point?
Who cares about these little kids? The whole framework of the other version of the film set up a resonance that made everything work. In this one, it's a linear story of people who don't become interesting until about an hour into the film, and about the time they become interesting, it's when it becomes incomprehensible as to what they're doing or why. So that if I were a member of the audience of this film, and I was the other day looking at the second version, I was sitting there saying to myself, what's going on? Who is this person? Who is this person? What does this mean? I was totally baffled, and as far as I'm concerned, this movie has been destroyed. I just hope the longer version eventually gets a chance to be played. And now, let's take another look at the movies we reviewed on this program. We both enjoyed Gremlins, the story of a cute little pet with a split personality. 2 thumbs up. And 2 more thumbs up for Star Trek III, The Search for Spock. A split decision on Streets of Fire. I thought it was a stylish teenage thriller. Gene thought it ultimately became just another street gang movie. And we're totally in agreement on Once Upon a Time in America. We think the shortened version of this movie, the U.S. version, has been chopped down into an incomprehensible, bewildering travesty.
So the one we're really recommending is Gremlins and then Star Trek. That's it for this week. Coming up next week at the movies, more big summertime films, including the comedy Ghostbusters with Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis working as evil spirit destroyers in New York City. Also, the latest breakdancing movie, Beat Street, featuring dancing and music and graffiti art from the South Bronx of New York.
Hey, have you got it tied? Yeah, kid, but I'm inside the house here and you're outside pulling on a rope. What's all this about? You'll find out. Kid, I hope this bit is a payoff. Oh, don't worry, Mr. Saget. It does.
Why don't you take a short break while I go get some spackle?
To compete in our new contest worth $15,000 in weekly prizes, send your tapes today to America's Funniest Home Videos. Post Office Box 4333, Hollywood, California 90078. Enclose a $3 handling fee, U.S. check or money order if you want your tapes returned. For full contest rules, write this address. Not responsible for misdirected tapes. And this season, we'll send an America's Funniest T-shirt to every person who submits a tape, which makes it on our show. One size fits all.
Nothing like the open road, feeling in control. So when I got genital herpes, I wasn't about to let it get me down. I took charge. I saw my doctor and learned about 2 treatment options with Valtrex. Living the life I want.
With your doctor, choose either outbreak therapy with 3-day dosing to treat individual outbreaks, or daily suppressive therapy with once-a-day dosing to suppress them ahead of time. 3-day outbreak or once-a-day suppressive therapy. Only Valtrex makes dosing that easy.
There were times in my life when I treated each outbreak, but now suppressive therapy is right for me.
There's no cure for herpes, and even with therapy, it's possible to spread herpes to others. Valtrex may not prevent all recurrences. To avoid a potentially serious complication, tell your doctor if your immune system is not normal because of advanced HIV disease, bone marrow, or kidney transplant. Common side effects are headache, nausea, and abdominal pain.
Having choices, that's freedom. Living the life I want.
This fabulous day. And Al, how did you do it, you miracle worker? Unbelievable weather. Marching Panthers at Decatur, Georgia have performed at the opening and closing ceremonies of the 96 Olympic Games and at the 97 Carnival in Nice, France. Now director James Berry's high-stepping Panthers from Georgia have Macy's on their mind. Let's listen.
family doesn't seem to mind all the cold that we have to endure. It's Macy's first animated cold air inflatables, Mom, Dad, and Junior, returning aboard the Snow Family Holiday Float.
Trying to keep warm below the towering Snow Family is John McDonough, the all-new Captain Kangaroo. He's the first ever national...
Can you tell me what happened?
He was running with my purse, and they came around and grabbed him. Look at them. They're like a bunch of butterflies.
Do they know what they're doing?
We don't just give someone a hair bone and stick them on the street. There's almost 2 weeks of training.
Use what your opponent has. If he's got a tail, use a tail. Tie him up with it. Boom, 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 boom.
They were so adorable with these big bows. They could have been dancers.
Now, when you fly, you got to really get a good running start. Go!
Yeah! Oh, sorry.
Was your inspiration for your girls the Powerpuff Girls cartoon?
No.
Powerpuff Girls, part of Cartoon Fridays. Friday at 7 on Cartoon Network. You with us?
Taste, you said a mouthful. And now, an exciting message from Burger King.
We know you're watching the game, but you're waiting for something more exciting. Ready? Broiling beef frying nearly 2-to-1 in a coast-to-coast survey. Not better than baseball? Think about it. Nearly 2 out of 3 people chose broiling. Burger King broils. McDonald's and Wendy's fry. Okay, now back to baseball. But the second it's over, everybody up. Click.
WTLV 12, Jacksonville, Florida.
Shark. Bruce Willis is a stubborn cop who gets demoted to River Patrolman in Striking Distance, one of the 5 new films we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert. And we'll also look at Martin Scorsese's new film and review the definitive new Star Wars collection on home video. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Our first film is Striking Distance, and this is the kind of warmed-over, generic action picture that really seems tired. Bruce Willis has done and can do better than this. He plays a member of Pittsburgh's river-based police unit. That means lots of boat chases, and he's trying to track down a serial killer believed to have killed his father.
Take the wheel. Keep heading upriver. Switch to Channel 8. Tell Penniman to send backup. Get out of here.
Along for the ride in many of the chases is Sarah Jessica Parker as, you guessed it, his new partner.
You want to sit around here and have a few drinks and really start feeling sorry for yourself?
Just go now, please.
I don't understand. What is this, Hardy? You won't respect yourself until someone else does first? Well, I respect you.
Trying for some strange reason to blunt Willis's search for the killer is his Italian-American uncle, the city's homicide chief, played by Dennis Farina, a familiar face in cop pictures.
There's an old Italian saying, Tommy. Don't scald your tongue on another man's soup.
Yeah, it is an old Irish saying. Never listen to old Italian sayings.
Some scenes are truly laughable in Striking Distance. I heard you laughing, Roger, during an opening scene where Willis confronts an apparently suicidal cop. This is a true howler, with a wounded Willis hobbling on a crutch like Tiny Tim in A Christmas Carol.
It's musical magic with those California raisins, caroling camels, waltzing walruses, and Herb & Rex on the all-new Claymation Christmas celebration.
Wrap up your holiday shopping during Yonkers' 2 big days, 1 big night sale, and save 20 to 65% store-wide on gifts this Friday and Saturday.
Yonkers, holiday giving. Yonkers, holiday living.
Find huge holiday savings with a
Hope you get everything you want this Christmas, including the Wrangler Cowboy Christmas tape. Free when you buy Wrangler Western wear.
Really bad. Really bad.
Okay, you don't like the ending. Will you recommend it? It may be too tough for my friends. Go ahead. You go tell somebody. You call a friend of yours up and say, this movie's going to be too tough for you. That guy ain't even hanging the phone up before he's at the movie theater. He's going to go down there right away. You know, it's really something you've never seen before. I don't think you should see it. Come on. If that's not box office, what is?
And what he sounds like there is like a guy making a desperate plea at a studio story conference with the people who are going to put up the money. And usually directors lose that fight, and it's too bad, because in the old days, I used to be afraid to get into a movie late. I might miss something. Now, I can leave at the beginning of the last reel because I know exactly how it's going to turn out.
Sure, the picture starts with a problem, and it is always wrapped up at the end.
That's right.
And I think the mistake the studios are making is that The War of the Roses, with this hard ending, has already made $84 million, is just opening in Europe. A hard ending can make money, and in addition, it can make a film that will last for a long, long time. Pictures like Casablanca, with Bergman and Bogart not getting together, Gone with the Wind, Gable and Lee not getting together. These are the films that last for eternity because there's something to...
They're saying $85 million isn't enough. They're saying we want $200 million. And they're saying when it goes to Europe, a happy ending can be shown, an unhappy or complicated ending has to be explained, and that's harder to export. And today Hollywood is making 55% of its box office dollar overseas, so why not have the nice, tidy little packages?
They're underestimating the intelligence of the audience worldwide.
Not the first time. Coming up next, Mel Gibson is making a new movie. It's not Lethal Weapon 3, and it's not Mad Max 4, but would you believe it's Shakespeare's Hamlet? The other day I was asking somebody if they'd seen Henry V, and they said, I haven't even seen the first part yet. That's why I wonder if the American movie-going public is quite ready for a film of Shakespeare's Hamlet. But right now, the answer to that question in Hollywood is sure, why not? As long as Hamlet is played by Mel Gibson.
I ask you about your attention level, but I'm afraid I couldn't do it without giving away a secret about the movie, so I'll...
It's a good picture.
You know what I'm thinking of?
No, I don't even want to know. Our next picture, we go from Sea of Love to a contemporary comedy called True Love, a slice of Italian-American life about a young couple in conflict as they plan to celebrate their wedding. This would like to be sort of a young people's version of Moonstruck, full of conflict and colorful characters. Well, here the main couple argues about his plans for his bachelor party.
After Uncle Ben's party, I'm going to go out with my friends. It's going to be my last night out. Don't you understand?
No. How many last nights you gonna have, Michael?
Oh, I don't believe this. What do you want? I'm going to be with you for the rest of my life.
So, we can't be together tonight.
What's the difference? Now, later, we're going to be together.
That's what I'm saying. What's the big deal?
That argument is credible, but the film really pushes credibility with an argument over mashed potatoes being served at the wedding.
Now, you've selected a menu of prime rib, baby peas, and mashed potatoes. We often color the potatoes to match the colors of the wedding.
Oh, yeah?
But with rainbow, you can go with anything. Might I suggest a pale blue?
Yeah, that's
Wait a
nice.
minute.
Pale blue.
Did you say blue mashed potatoes?
Yes.
No. We're not having blue mashed potatoes at this wedding.
What kind of blue?
Men and women always take sides in these kinds of comedies. After the fight over the bachelor party, the women band together.
Don't worry, honey. Once you two are on your honeymoon, you can relax, have fun. He'll be fine.
Yeah, otherwise you tell him to take gas.
I'm serious.
You open the oven door like this,
And you say, Michael, take gas.
Some of the movie is overwritten, I think that scene is. Other scenes are funny and believable. I think the real discovery of True Love, however, is not in its derivative script, but in the skill of its principal actors, Ron Eldard and Annabella Sciorra. I think they are always credible and likable, even when the script is hokey. I'm giving the film a mixed review, but not to these two fine young actors, Ron Eldard and Annabella Sciorra.
Well,
they were appealing.
I'm not giving the movie a mixed review. I liked it, and I'll tell you.
I'd like the most popular home video game system ever.
Ah, the system you want is the Atari 2600.
That's so fast. I want a system that can play hundreds of games.
Oh, then what you want is the Atari 2600.
But I'd like the system that can also play educational games for my children.
Then what you want is the Atari 2600.
Price.
Oh, the Atari 2600 is priced incredibly low.
That's what I want.
The Atari 2600.
Now with its new exciting games at a new low price.
Tu comprends? Moi, j'ai tout lu. J'ai lu Xénophon dans le texte, j'ai lu Platon, tu sais, j'ai lu Montesquieu, j'ai lu Kierkegaard, j'ai lu Proust, j'ai lu Abélard quelque part, j'ai lu Dostoïevski, j'ai lu Goethe, en fait, j'ai lu Montaigne, Dante, Bossuet, Madame de Staël, j'ai lu...
En tout cas, t'as pas lu Vénilia.
Vénilia, les papiers peints à lire absolument.
Absolument.
Motion picture event.
Isn't he beautiful?
The greatest story ever told.
He is the Messiah.
Is finally told through his mother's eyes.
She offers me protection. She won't forsake me.
As long as I have breath in my body, this child shall live.
I'm loving angels instead.
Mary, Mother of Jesus, NBC Sunday.
But since you don't, we're gonna point you to an article that the lovely and talented Kevin Rose, your namesake, wrote on cracking XP passwords. I'm going to show you a little trick that's very handy in Google for finding stuff like that. I'm going to say site techtv.com, and I'm going to say Kevin Rose, and then I'm going to say crack XP password, and then I think Google will probably get us the. Yeah, there we go. Right at the top, number one. This is Kevin Rose's Ultimate Password Recovery Guide. He has a link to a number of programs in here for getting the password. Now, I have to say, it's not going to be an easy thing to do, but there is one program that's basically you actually create a Linux boot disk out of CD, and you boot it, and it will basically destroy the password so you can create a new one.
Oh, I see.
All right, but that's very important. So I'll give you the link to this, and you can go to this site. It'll be on our website. That's very important and something to keep in mind when you buy a computer. It's no good to you if you don't have the actual password to get in there.
Right.
That's a little bit frustrating.
It doesn't allow me any control, basically.
Yeah. It's really, really tricky. If you do the same Google search I did, you'll also come up with a bunch of other articles. Kevin seems to write a lot of articles, actually, on cracking Windows passwords.
I understand.
Our dark tipper over on the screensavers. So that,
we appreciate him.
Yeah, there is a way to do it, and it's not particularly tricky, but you will have to read it. This is one NT password that will do it. He's got a lot of different recommendations. I just suggest you read the article rather than me going into great detail. I'm a little hesitant too, because at the same time I don't want to tell people how to get into other people's computers.
I certainly understand.
But I know you have a good and real reason why you want to get in that one, because it's yours.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Kevin.
I appreciate your time, sir.
Oh, nothing better to do than talk to you. I'd love that. Thanks for the call. Okay, Kevin?
Take care.
Take care. Coming up next, hey, there may be no free lunch.
Operator from AT&T.
Everybody needs some money sometime. Everybody needs some cash somehow.
Hello?
Rita.
It's midnight.
I need $500. Now.
I'll call Western Union.
Just call 1-800-CALL-CASH, and you can send money from home.
Sometimes it's now.
Western Union.
Oh, yeah.
The fastest way to send money.
Green giant broccoli.
Cauliflower.
Sounds great.
It's the Giant's latest hit, Valley Combinations. Introducing Valley Combinations. Vegetables mixed with the Giant's perfect harmony. Some with sauces from light and buttery to thick and zesty. And there's Valley Combinations without sauce. Simply delicious.
Valley Combinations vegetables.
They're heading for the top of the charts.
That Green Giant goodness really shows.
No, here it comes again. Attack of the Weekend Willies. Fend them off Fridays on the Sci-Fi Movie. And watch out for recurring symptoms on Saturdays. When retired superheroes flash before your eyes on Commander USA's groovy movies. Then, when you hit the sack, it's another attack of the Saturday Nightmares. Oh, it's a case of the Weekend Willies every weekend on USA. You could catch it, too.
You don't need a toucher shop.
Tetris.
Have you been Tetris-sized?
Square, rectangle, trapezoid, tetrazoid.
Nintendo introduces Tetris.
Put a piece here, put a piece there. Use your thumbs, use your eyes. Find yourself Tetris-sized.
Now you're playing with power.
The 7th frame to a flushed face. But you talk about physical conditioning taking over. This man has no doubts about his condition. He's in top physical shape, but he must muster up some strikes. See the full grip. You see the oil around the ball. You see that little liquid right there on the ball. That's the oil from being on the lane.
Didn't get the 2.
The sideboard story is Monticelli, he knows he can win, but will the bowling ball be the difference? It's unfortunate he doesn't have his own ball, but can't change what's happened now. As you see that snap release of Monticelli, the ball slides by, leaving the 2-pin.
Amleto is 25th television final. Second here in 1989.
Very deliberate. Wipes all the oil or conditioner off the ball. And the reason you do that is you don't want any extra oil on the ball. You've learned to play the lanes, read a shot with the ball clean, the surface clean. So you don't want any from the previous shot on there. It's a good habit to wipe it off. Now it's come to story time, 9th frame. The match will be determined in the next 2 frames.
Did not come up, just slid by. No chance.
He's not getting the normal Amleto Monticelli turn and power on the ball, and the ball is not breaking near what it should be. Once it gets a difficult spare to convert. The 1, 2, 8, 10 need to get the ball over here left of the head pin, drive the head pin over into the 10 pin. We've seen that shot converted once today. Monticelli needs it right here to stay in the lead.
たまには私にありがとう。カメリアダイヤモンド。
銀座ジュエリー牧松屋レディース4階。
負けない水。イオンサプライポカリスエット。
To the Burger King Kids Club? He does. She does. I don't think so. No way. Definitely yes. Definitely not. Disney's Pocahontas is action-packed.
I was an assistant service manager at a car dealership. It's just a really stressful, thankless job. I hated it. I looked around and I said, I just don't want to live like this. I just quit. I think something everybody should do once in a while. My name is Fletcher, and I work as little as possible.
Wisst ihr, was ich heute Nacht geträumt habe? Nee, wie sollen wir das wissen? Oder haben wir vielleicht in deinem Traum mitgespielt? Also, ich habe geträumt, ich war in einem Wald und da kam ich an eine große Höhle. Mensch, pass doch auf! Und vor der Höhle stand ein riesengroßer Riese. Und als er mich sah, rief er, halt! Nee, nicht halt. Ach, hat er gerufen, du kommst mir gerade recht. Ich habe einen riesen Rindvieh. Nee, Riesenhunger. Und als er sich auf mich stürzen wollte, da bin ich schnell aufgewacht. Jetzt kannst du ruhig weiter pennen.
Al primer síntoma de la gripe, siente el alivio poderoso de Tylenol Cough and Sore Throat líquido. Ahora con Cool Burst, para una sensación refrescante al instante. Piensa, Tylenol.
Rick Azar with Marv Levy at the Kingdome, where the Seahawks have just put on their best offensive show of the day, a 6-play, 64-yard drive that lasted 3 minutes and 6 seconds and finished up with a touchdown by Eric Lane on a 1-yard run. Seattle 24-14 as Van Williams comes up with the kickoff. makes a move over the 15 to about the 17-yard line. Kickoff returns have not been particularly good for Buffalo today. They have failed to get it to the 20-yard line.
Well, they have, but one of the things that's making it that way, Norm Johnson is kicking that ball off very high, over 4-second hang times. Their covers are down about their lead covers are down at the 22, 23-yard line. I've been watching when the ball has been fielded. As a result, it's pretty hard to get it out there when you can kick that high.
We talked about Norm Johnson and Jeff West, their good averages, and you say, well, it's not too bad when there's a cover on the building here.
Makes a big difference. It helps their confidence, too, because they succeed a lot more and they get better just on that basis.
1st and 10 for the Bills at their own 17-yard line. Joe Ferguson has gone all the way, takes the handoff, and then throws it out to Greg Bell over the 20 to about the 21-yard line. Robinson made the tackle.
This is one of the hardest things to teach a young quarterback. You run a play-action pass, you look downfield. If it's not there, hit your outlet receiver. The young quarterback, it takes him 4 years before he realizes to throw that guy. He winds up getting a sack or an interception instead.
Gain of 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. They mark the ball at the 21-yard line. Greg Bell, in the last 3 games, played very, very well for Buffalo, been very, very productive. That's Booker Moore, gets out to the 25-yard line, but there's another flag down. Kenny Easley made the tackle, number 45 for Seattle.
A good stutter step move there by Booker Moore.
Let's see what this penalty is all about.
I found myself laughing at some of the chase sequences, particularly in the Pentagon at the end, where I thought the film lost total control of itself. You and I obviously did not see the same movie.
Totally saw different movies, and I'll start with Kevin Costner's performance. I thought he was terrific in this movie. I thought he was wooden, one-dimensional, and uninteresting in The Untouchables, and here I found a whole dimension of complexities that I didn't see in that earlier movie.
Just the opposite.
Sean Young, you're being very unfair to her character. This is a Hitchcock-style thriller in which the point isn't that she's supposed to be three-dimensional. She's probably more interesting than she needs to be because she's basically a plot element here. I agree with you about Will Patton. And Gene Hackman, for that matter.
Well, I didn't say anything about Gene Hackman.
Oh, you didn't? Well, then if you had said that he gave a great performance, I would have agreed with you.
Well, I didn't say that.
Not too bad.
But because, frankly, although he's one of our finest actors, the story here was not to be believed, and so Hackman was less important for me. Coming up next, a spaghetti western, except it's about noodles, and it's set in Japan.
1,000 nominations, 311 movies, 301 awards, only one channel. It all adds up to the most award-winning month on television. 31 days of Oscar, an entire month of award-winning and nominated movies, completely commercial-free, all this month. Call your cable or satellite provider and ask for Turner Classic Movies.
A very stout competitor. This is truck number 14. This is Mike Nelson. And Mike has really thought out how to set up this Chevy.
Everything's done right. 9-inch Ford rear end, which in racing is considered bulletproof.
Ask any Winston Cup competitor.
True. The front end is a Ranger, out of a Ford Ranger, a new Ford Ranger. He's only been out with this truck a couple of times, so he doesn't know how that's going to stand up. Injected Chevrolet, 383, but it's fuel injected, so it won't.
Look at him go.
You're not going to see this truck lay down over the jumps. You're going to see power going to it all the time. The injected motor is really going to help. Watch the suspension work on this truck. Very, very well thought up and beautiful truck. It is so eye-appealing. It's unbelievable. I'd love to drive it home.
That's one of the keys right there. Did you see how he got through those jumps in the turns? Everybody I talked to today said getting through the jumps in the turns is the key. Not just the horsepower down the straightaway. He has trouble there, though, Mike. 36.01, and I'll tell you what, that could have been a 34-second run had he been able to get the gas to the ground coming down that last straightaway.
Well, absolutely right, Ralph. I thought this guy had a 33 or 34-second run easy.
Beautiful through there.
It really is, and I don't know where the problem would be because this is an injected motor. The fuel didn't go away from the carburetor.
I wonder if going through the bumps that hard might have knocked something loose, maybe just a plug wire or something.
Hopefully that's all it is. He's going to be in the Fast 15. Trust me, I know Mike. He will have this truck fixed for second round.
Look at the problems hanging off the back, and you got to love this. On Mike's bio sheet, where it says marital status, it says, yes, unless I'm racing.
Okay, so he's single tonight.
Single tonight, married tomorrow morning.
There you go. That'll work.
Truck number 74 is the next one that is up. This is Jeff Nuss. Right here in Des Moines.
Another one of the 4-cylinder trucks.
Look at the snow in the back of the truck.
We know he drives it on the street, and it's still got snow in the back of it.
He drove this one to the arena, guaranteed.
Not a little bit of snow, a whole lot.
You may need a bigger TV to hold all this food. Introducing the new Mega Meal from KFC, the biggest meal deal America has ever seen. A whole Colonel's Rotisserie Gold, or 8 pieces of original recipe chicken. Potato wedges, Kentucky nuggets, mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, biscuits, even a whole apple pie. All this for just $14.99. You couldn't even get 2 large pizzas for that. No wonder we call it the Mega Meal.
A lot of food, not a lot of money. You can't beat that.
The Martin Short Show will be right back on NBC.
Nacho tortilla hose! Out in there! Bow to the mayor of space!
Hey, what's up?
Incredible Crew!
The all-new series premieres Thursday, January 24th at 8, 7 Central.
Only on Cartoon Network.
Light inside that mouth of yours. Gosh, it's hot.
A winter fresh mouth tastes much, much cooler. Icy cool breath. That's what it'll do ya! Wrigley's winter fresh. Icy cool is what it has. Icy cool breath that lasts and lasts and lasts. Yeah. A winter fresh mouth tastes much, much cooler.
For icy cool breath that lasts.
All right, check this out.
Check. Yeah, it's for dropping mad skills.
Tim Ryan with former Pro Bowl 49er Randy Cross, and we've just watched the Seahawks close the gap. 20-14 now, the Phoenix lead. Thompson will kick it off. Seattle to our right in their home blue. Cardinals to our left in white. They led early 13-0 in this game. High short kickoff at the 10. Ernie Jones slips through to the 26-yard line of Phoenix. And the hot Hogaboom brings on the offense. Elroy Harris making the tackle for the Seahawks on the kickoff return. Hogaboom 12 of 17, 208 yards and 2 touchdowns. And you can see him talking to his guys there. He's not giving them the play. He's saying, come on, let's get some more points. We can move the ball. I'm sure it's words to that effect.
It has to be. You know, this is the team looking to him for the leadership. It's been Neil Lomax for a lot of years. Gary Hogaboom has to assert himself.
The crowd alive. Mitchell bursts through. His initial start, Randy's got to be one of the best in football.
For the first 2 or 3 steps, he's as quick as anybody. I don't care. Eric Dickerson, Roger Craig, pick a back. He's the guy that gets off the blocks, and it gives him an opportunity to get in there and see what's happening. This big offensive line just pushes these guys back. Great block by Pete right there on Joe Nash. He just mushed him.
Bosworth and Robinson made the tackle. Mitchell up to 89 yards on the day. 2nd and 3. Mitchell forced to cut it back and gets the first down. Started wide, brought it back when he saw the traffic out there. And picks up the first down. Mitchell a little slow to get up. Bosworth made the tackle. A little hurt on Mitchell. Now remember, Earl Farrell is on the sidelines with an ankle injury.
Coverage. Wide open is Williams. And Williams hammers down to the 22-yard line. It'll be first down, Seattle.
Well, that's a perfect example of gambling with the blitz. I think John L. Williams' assignment, he was probably hot, which means he doesn't pick up a rusher. He goes out for the pass. He had a guy 2 block here. He didn't block number 37, Jeff Dale. He went out for the pass. Of course, Dave Craig saw him and got the ball to him.
More than that, Craig was reading it all the way. He knew that he could not go deep. He had Turner and
Sargent making moves over the left side. He read it all the way, and he knew that Williams would be the man. Gets the first down at the 22-yard line. Craig looking for Turner, and Turner picked up and covered well. Ken Taylor, former Chicago Bear, recently picked up by San Diego when they lost Danny Walters with a torn Achilles tendon. You can see the coverage is fine by Taylor. And Craig just unloaded it. It'll be second down and 10. Sargent, this time, goes up to the top of your screen, split to the right. Darrell Turner is split to the left. Warner. Oh, he's electrifying tonight. To the 11-yard line, another first down. The passing game is in the wrong gear, but Kurt Warner is not.
Now let's take a look at this. The bread and butter play, a little power off tackle. Good blocking up front. John L. Williams wastes no time getting upfield, and Kurt Warner carried the ball 8 times for 40 yards already.
You'll see Jeff Dale come off the block of Williams.
Teresa, your bid is $10,025 on your showcase, and the actual retail price is $12,654. A difference of $2,629. $2,629. Now, Rosa, you must be closer than that without going over. Your bid is $5,500, and the actual retail price of your showcase is $7,637. A difference of $2,137. You win. You win. That was pretty close. Congratulations. Here comes Orville. Congratulations to you. Now, this is Bob Barker reminding you to help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody.
Speaking for The Price is Right, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.
Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. Before drug that, what do you think it's for?
That's Robert Downey Jr. as the strung-out friend. To help him, Andrew McCarthy visits the drug dealer, played by James Spader, to see if he can resolve the debt.
I'll get the money. I'll sell my car, whatever it takes.
What, have you seen Julian recently?
You'll get what he owes you.
You're right, I will. And you want to know something, Clay? It's got nothing to do with you. Now listen to me on this, okay? I am not the problem here, all right? Julian is.
I think the central problem with Less Than Zero is the film glamorizes drug use more than it deflates it. In fact, more than I think even it is aware of. There are fancy parties in this film, there's the flashy life of the dealer, and Jamie Gertz's character uses cocaine without really awful effects. The film doesn't seem real to me. Andrew McCarthy is slow to act, he sort of waltzes through the film. The parents are all bad guys to be blamed, and no one takes a very hard-line activist approach to these young people in trouble. These are talented young actors, I think, but I think they have been given a much too glamorous, superficial script.
The chicken korma.
Made simple by Sharwood. Heat the oil. Cut and fry the onion. Add the chicken. Then stir in Sharwood's mild curry paste. Add water, cover and cook until tender. Finally, the almonds and yogurt. The mystery of Indian cooking. Unraveled by Sharwood.
7 plays and Jaeger with the 19-yard field goal. But we actually had 2 touchdowns scored on that same drive, neither one of which counted.
17 points scored in that one quick sequence. Isn't that amazing? 17 points by 2 teams, and you wind up with 3 on the board.
David Craig has been on fire the last 3 games, counting this one. In the last 6 games against the Raiders, he just burned them to death. Craig under pressure, got away from Howie Long, dumps it off to Williams. Largent tried to throw him a block, and Williams across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Boy, how he got that one by Scott Davis's nose, I'll never know. He steps up in the pocket, slides by. Scott Davis is trying to pursue him, and he runs one right by his nose. Howie Long had a shot at David Craig. Watch this left side. Look at Scott. Yeah, there he is coming in. That's not Scott Davis. That is Mike Wise coming in from the side. Almost gets hit in the head with it.
Very close to the first down. It will be 2nd and a yard. Williams trying to get the first down, cuts it back and has it. Across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Robinson and Lyndon King make the tackle. Coming up next week, a special Saturday edition of NFL Game Day, a preview of all the games on Saturday starting at 11:30 in the morning Eastern. Then the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Oilers from Houston, Saturday night. That is Saturday night. And what a game. The winner wins the AFC Central. Houston at 9-6, Cleveland at 8-6-1. The Browns, a marvelous comeback today to stay in the race. And of course, Houston was just pounded by Cincinnati. We have a stoppage of play, the end of the first quarter. It's 7-3 Seahawks.
My boat! I got it. Okay. That's all right. I'll get it next time. Whoa!
It's wonderful fishing. Shimano.
Maître Sega, et voici Kit Caméléon. Avant de changer de tête et de te payer celle d'Etimetal, n'oublie pas, Sega, c'est plus fort que toi. C'est moi, Maître Sega. Et voici Olympic Gold.
Yes, you really have everything. Everything but love.
It's a bikini bake. It's a song bake. It's a fun bake. It's Elvis in clam bake.
Cookers have been changing recently. You might have a little trouble recognizing them.
Enter the greatest adventure ever. With more than 100 new Pokemon and new 2-on-2 battling. Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire. Only for Game Boy Advance.
My family claims I boil everything. But if you want things really clean, boil them. And now, get your bathroom bowl boiling clean. With Super Blue Crystal Vanish. Vanish boils like crazy. Not with heat, but with powerful chemicals. Vanish helps dissolve stains. Kills common household germs on contact in 15 seconds. Gets bathroom bowls boiling clean. Boiling clean with Vanish. Vanish.
Hey, pizza! All right!
Hey.
Pepperoni!
Hey,
I love it. Hey, give me that back! Come on!
My clothes. I'll strike a pose. My hair can't get enough of all this style and stuff. We love to try on shoes. How will you ever choose?
4 pets, each sold separately with glam accessories.
I played a lot of roles. Damsel in distress ain't one of them.
Have you seen this man?
Wait, did I leave the stove on?
Give it to you. Yeah, you're way too much dude for me. That's why I brought him. I mean, that's why I brought her? Oh, no, finish your tweet. Go get her, Tiger.
Oh, I so pity the dude who pressures her into prom.
Arcade Arsenal. RoboCop and Bad Dudes for Nintendo.
Your move, creep.
Part man, part machine. All game. RoboCop.
Stay out of trouble.
Bad Dudes. The forces of good have never been so bad. If you're bad enough, then you're good enough for Bad Dudes and RoboCop for Nintendo.
You won't find anyone who doesn't drink Wilkins instant coffee. Oh, look high and low. How low can you get?
His outcome, by the way, is not easy to predict. And the Chinese government may view this film as a cultural threat, but I think judo should be embraced as a badge of honor. Of all of the foreign language Oscar nominees that I've seen this year, this is the one I'd vote for. I'd pick this over Cyrano de Bergerac, actually.
It's a very good film. I really liked it. I got into it. What I liked about it in particular was the almost Victorian sense of this mill and the man who runs it and the people who work for him and the way he controls their lives. You know, there was an article in the New York Times just the other day that might help suggest why the Chinese government doesn't like that. It said that Chinese people in general are extremely shy about expressing their emotions publicly, that in many cases they don't even like the Chinese words for things like love and kiss because they sound funny in that language. They don't sound natural. And in movies and books, there's very little sexual content. It's kind of a prudish society, by choice. Not from the top down, but from the bottom up. And so this movie, made by a director who's been exposed to a lot of Western films and Western values, may be seen as quite rude in some ways because of its subject matter.
Well, that aside, for people that are going to see it in this country, I think they're going to see really a major talent. When I watched this, I thought, you know, this is what I like about the movies. I like these strong visuals, simple stories that I'm amazed how quickly I get caught up in this sort of thing, and how the Hollywood story, with all of its idiosyncrasies that are written in and all these high concepts,
I did too. I really was absorbed. You know, one thing about this movie that we ought to mention, it's shot in color. It takes place at a dye factory. Right. And this is doubly interesting because several years ago, Technicolor abandoned their 3-strip process where they use 3 different strips of film to make really beautiful color film, and they don't use it anymore. They sold one of their factories to China. This is probably the only true Technicolor film you're going to see this year, and boy, when you see those reds and those vermilions and those colors, the yellows and so forth, they just pop out of the screen. They're almost, you can almost taste them. They're so beautiful.
It is a beautiful film. Coming up next, our video.
Come on,
Sprout, it's pickin' time. I'm gonna pick Fettuccine Primavera.
Huh?
Pick any Green Giant Garden Gourmet. They make a delicious light entree.
Can this be the same old Valley?
Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant.
I am a woman of New York.
I am a woman of London.
I am a woman of Paris.
I am a woman of Johannesburg.
We are all women of Earth, joined together forever.
Women of Earth, the essence of you. The very essence of us all.
Twilight Zone, you've got to admit that.
I love Twilight Zone.
Next at the movies, a little shorter odyssey. We're going to go from New York to Ohio to Florida.
So what does the quarterback do when he becomes the defense?
What?
What does the quarterback do when his team becomes the defense?
Stranger Than Paradise, and it's one of the most delightful films of the year, a real discovery. The movie's about a Hungarian who moved to New York about 12 years ago, and immediately this guy is turned into a clone of the Bowery Boys. He looks a little bit like Huntz Hall in some scenes. He talks tough, he hangs out at the racetrack, and he lives in an apartment that looks like an unmade bed, which means it looks just like he looks. And then he has an unexpected visitor from the old country, his girl cousin from Hungary, a teenager. And here's a scene from one of her first nights in America.
You sure you don't want a TV dinner?
Yes, I'm not hungry. Why is it called TV dinner?
You're supposed to eat it while you watch TV. Television.
I know what a TV is. Where does that meat come from?
What do you mean?
What does that meat come from?
I guess it comes from a cow.
From a cow? It doesn't even look like meat.
Hey, let's stop bugging me. You know, this is where we eat in America. I got my meat, I got my potatoes, I got my vegetables, I got my dessert, and I don't even have to wash the dishes.
The promised land.
Right.
What happens next is that the cousin goes out to Ohio to visit her aunt, and then the hero's best friend says he misses this girl. He kind of has a crush on her. So the two guys head out to Ohio. They visit the aunt and the girl. Then they take the cousin to Florida, where there's a surprise ending that works like clockwork, and it's funny and perfect both at once.
Stay up later with Emmy-winning writer David Kelly.
The best stories are the ones that really offer good questions, not good answers.
Tonight.
Is about to strike on the WB.
Oh, that voice is so spooky.
You know your NyQuil works. What'd you do? You tried the latest thing, so you coughed all night. Got no rest. Ended up a zombie. And your proposal to the world's most demanding boss? Postponed until tomorrow, which means you can take NyQuil tonight. You're stupid, Dave, but lucky.
Vicks NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine. Also new NyQuil hot therapy.
Hacker forces a deadly confrontation.
I will not call it self-defense.
In a shocking season premiere, Emmy winners Tom Skerritt and Kathy Baker return in the Emmy-winning Best Dramatic Series. CBS invites you to experience television's best. Picket Fences, coming Fridays.
The trick is the chassis they're running on the frame setup. Looks like the pairings are coming in
Crabs on St. Louis, Missouri, with a smaller motor this week. Army, you mentioned it earlier. That Bigfoot Bob Chandler of the gang has decided to go with a smaller motor coming in with Bigfoot 8 at Albuquerque.
I say they decided to go with that smaller motor, but they were almost pressed into it. The rest of the drivers are just about to riot as Bigfoot took a year off. Last year, they regrouped, came up with a whole new chassis, and they have just literally leaped out on the competition. You're going to see what? Another thing about Bigfoot, listen to it, he runs mufflers. Real quiet and real fast. That's all you can say about Andy Brown.
He leaps, and then gets her stopped down
Bigfoot impressing the huge crowd at Albuquerque. Watch him come at you. Now, John Moore gets off the starting line with him, but Brass just muscles it on the other end. Boy, you can see why the other drivers don't like what's going on as Bigfoot is flat whipping them. Army's got Andy Brass. Well, Andy, you're actually making it look
unusual photo to have.
Yeah, he snuck that in.
Real nice looking shot. It's on a 15 by 12 plaque, 8 by 10 color glossy with the acrylic on top. Down here it has NCC 1701A, Naval Construction Contract, if you ever wondered what NCC was. 1701A. That's a nice nickel plaque. And over here it has Star Trek, the 25th anniversary. Of course, we're in the 26th anniversary right now today.
Right.
The character of McCoy, you once said, was closer to you than any that you'd play, that McCoy was actually closer to who you are as a being than any character that you've played.
I would apparently be very egotistical to say that I was the man that McCoy was, but I am not. But I think what I did say was that there is a great deal of our personalities. Bill in real life is an outgoing, adventurous kind of a guy. He loves all sorts of rugged things, horses and bow and arrows and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And Leonard is kind of a cool, logical guy, and those qualities exist in each one of us, you know. That's really the way I put it. And I suppose that I am somewhat a great deal like McCoy in many ways. Not in some other ways, but in a lot of ways I'm like.
You obviously enjoyed playing the character.
I did enjoy.
I mean, you can see it even this photograph here on this plaque. They caught a great view of you. It's a great shot.
Yeah, he's afforded me a lot of joy.
Let's say hello to somebody. Hello there, you're live on the air with us. What's your name, please?
My name is William Newsom. I'm calling from Pikeville, Kentucky.
Nice to meet you, William. Say hi to DeForest Kelly, please.
Hello, Mr. Kelly.
How are you, William?
I have a...
And save it back onto my machine. So for small groups of people, I have a very, very effective tool for taking advantage of that wire, which connects all my Macintoshes to my laser writer, and sharing files and folders with other people.
What else do you?
Well, the last thing I want to show you is how we provide some new growth opportunities for applications through something called inter-application communications. And the one thing I want to show you is something called publish and subscribe. And what publish and subscribe allows you to do, let me just go ahead and get a couple things set up here. What publish and subscribe allows you to do is share parts of your documents with other documents, either on the same machine or across the network. And whenever you change data in one document, it automatically updates other documents.
Even in different applications.
Either in different applications. And what I have here on my machine is the new version of Excel 3.0, which supports this feature. And on the other machine is an upcoming version of WordPerfect, which also supports it. So what I can do is I can select some numbers, or in this case a chart, come up to the Edit menu, a standard new command called Create Publisher, where I can come in and name the link and place it somewhere. I'll say go ahead and publish. And then on this machine, Tim's machine, what I can do is I can issue the counterpart command, which is called subscribe. So I'll come up to the Edit menu, say subscribe to, and here I'll see a list of all the different things, and I'll say subscribe. And you see that it places a copy of the data into that application. And now the beauty of this is that those documents are linked together, and if I change data in one document, suppose the sales go from 10 to 70, you can see it changes there. When I save that document, it will tell the other document across the network to update. And this can take a couple seconds, but take a look at the chart on the other side and you will see it update. There we go.
There it is. Okay, if I can ask you to give the keyboard over to Craig. Craig, we have a couple minutes left. Tell us about a couple of your favorite features of System 7.
All right, well, the first thing I'll show is a new feature, an ability of the Finder called aliasing. And this allows you to make a duplicate of any icon and place that duplicate in a different place.
The Ninja. Born of a 400-year-old tradition. Trained in the most exquisite subtleties of combat. the ninja must be as wise as he is all-powerful. For if ever a ninja gives himself over to the dark side of his art, the destruction is terrifying and absolute. Revenge of the Ninja, starring martial arts master Sho Kosugi and his son Kane Kosugi, 6-year-old world karate champion. When he came to America, he put aside his weapons.
I will not follow the way of the ninja.
But he could not put aside his destiny as a warrior. And now, destiny has come searching for him. Two warriors. One in the service of evil. One bound by honor and vengeance, must fight to the death. Because only a ninja can kill a ninja. Revenge of the Ninja, the great martial arts explosion of the 80s, comes to America with full force.
当てていただきましょう。では何はともあれ、500円硬貨をこの中にぶち込みましょう。いくぜ、スーパージャックポットマシーン、ゴー！おいえー、500円硬貨、カモン！まだまだ出るぜ。おっとっとっと、そろそろ。こんなもんかな、まだまだね。おいえー、おいえ、カモン！いくらかということなんですが、今回はですね、スペシャルでございます。今夜限りの特別サービス、なんと2桁を除いた以外を全てオープンしようじゃないか。2桁のみならば見ましょう。オープンザクエスチョン。下5桁が88。500、そして100万の桁と10万の桁の2つを的中させていただければ結構でございます。2桁ですから。はい、今回は禁止です。そしてなんとこの2桁の数字をピタリ当てたその人にはなんとここに入ってご注意様そっくりそのまま持って帰ってもらいましょう。参りましょう。ジャックポットに一体いくら。さあ、この運のなんとかです。このウニの宝石箱に500円玉がいくら入ったのでしょうか。皆さん答えを一斉にどうぞ。
さあ見てまいりましょう。
山城チームから参りましょう。一番高く見たのが
May the force be with you. You're gonna need it. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike, product not yet rated, coming this fall only for Nintendo GameCube.
Spread the word, we're here for you. All you need, now closer to.
Yeah, it's still going on. The grand opening celebration at Payless Cashways. Come on, grab the savings. Like a treated 10 by 12 foot deck package, just $179.99. Skirt it with this treated lattice, only $9.99 a panel. A rustic fence section, just $17.99. Hey, you could win our $2,000 shopping spree. So hurry, the grand opening's going strong.
Don't lose yourself without us.
Payless Cashways. There's nothing like a vacation for unstiffening one's tail and getting the wildebeest out of one's whiskers. Good company, the calm of the ocean, and the particular effervescence of Schweppes. Oh, would you believe it? Christopher.
Be right back.
Frightfully ugly, but useful nonetheless. Schweppes, just a little more taste.
You've got questions, we've got answers.
Battle Darts, the ultimate combat adventure. Call now to order Battle Darts. Bring up! Catch him! Bring up! Battle Darts! Oh, Battle Darts! Battle Darts! Oh, Battle Darts! Call this number to order now. Battle Darts comes with 2 shields and 4 darts.
Tiny Toon Adventures, here's Buster Bunny.
Chew, man.
He's real cool.
What's down, Doc?
And very hot.
Turn on your droolers, girls.
With a taste for adventure.
Don't you just love these death-defying escapes?
He's just one of the great new friends you'll meet.
Yo, check this out.
As Steven Spielberg presents Tiny Toon Adventures, a brand new TV show this fall.
Tiny Toons, weekday mornings at 7:30. It's on Fox 47.
In variety, like you'll see at your new Winn-Dixie Marketplace. Or maybe you have.
Your new Winn-Dixie Marketplace, now open in New Albany.
They've got to be getting tired.
You bet they are, Charlie. But somehow it's not so bad. It's not so bad if you're winning, and they are winning on the scoreboard with their 3 points, but those 3 points aren't huge. They'd like 7 to go with them. By the way, I think the thing that wears you out the most is pass rush. And a lot of passes thrown by the Seahawks today and a lot of rushes, but the pressure is still there for San Diego right at this moment.
3rd down and 9. Here's pressure, and he dumps it off. Now, there was nobody there, but he's going to get away with it. He was avoiding the loss, and that's the veteran. He just got it in kind of a crowded area, so the officials say, well, let it go. Billy Ray Smith was putting the pressure on.
Charger defense doing what they hope to do, that is keep more points off the board. Well, at least they will be able to if they can force a miss by Norm Johnson here.
This will be an attempt of around 51 yards. Now he has missed from 49 and missed from 52, but that was going the other way.
Looks like it's exactly 52 where he'll spot it, Charlie. No.
From this side?
No way.
No.
And that was not hit nearly as well as the balls that he missed. He really hooked that one.
So Norm has hit from 27 yards out, but since then he has missed from 52, 59, and 52 again.
One of the most dependable kickers in the NFL, maybe in a slump here. Norm Johnson, number 9, on the sideline, talking to Rusty Tillman. Knox just kind of staying to his side. Rusty's saying, you're not getting the follow-through, not getting that leg through cleanly. That ball was not hit well. Got a kicker who's thinking too much. He's 1 for 4 in this game, 1 for 5, last 5 kicks.
San Diego from the 30.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, alphabets for you and me. You can spell rock, you can make it roll, take a swim in your milk, even bell in your bowl. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, alphabets for you and me. Post-alphabet cereal is the fun part of this good-for-you breakfast. Only alphabets is A, B, C, delicious.
Till under Natsubashi. Hokotoriki i ensam ledning igen efter Asashorius. Ganska överraskande förlust mot Kyukotenno, även om Kyukotenno har besegrat Yokozuna tidigare. 2 tillsammans med Asashori är Tamanoshima som smyger fram en del. Kai och Wakanosato tappat till 3 förluster. Shiotakai sämre än så. Ja, det verkar ju faktiskt med 4 dagar kvar som att det blir ett slag mellan Hokotoriki och Asashoryu. Om inte nu Tamanoshima kan smyga fram från lite bakgrundsposition. Det är spännande. Det känns öppet när män som inte börjar heta Kaio slår Asashoryu. Men det är kanske någonting det här. Mongoliska mästerskapen. Både Kyokushan och Kyukotenno har besegrat Asashoryu. Just Kyukotenno har gjort det flera gånger och har gjort det utan tur. Kyokushan gjorde det med väldigt mycket tur eftersom Asashoryu blev diskad en gång för att ha ryckt honom i håret. Hakuho. Takekase, 2 färskingar. Takekase har bråttom. Eller också Hakuho. Väldigt, väldigt långsam. Aj, vilken segstart av Takikasi. Det går ju naturligtvis inte. Nu är matchen över. Hur lätt som helst fixar Hakuho det där. De är skickliga i lyftteknikerna, mongolerna. Nöp fast Takikasi, böjde benen lite. Drar åt sig Takikasi och skjuter fram magen lite och får upp honom högt upp i luften. Det där är väldigt mycket teknik. Det som Kyoko Tenno gjorde mot Asashoryu.
The world's greatest arcade video games are now the world's greatest home video games. They're only from Atari, and only for systems from Atari. Which means that when you play them on an Atari home video game system, you'll see amazing graphics. Like this. Thrilling action. Like this. It also means that if you try to play them on anything but an Atari system, you'll see something like this.
One big two-ball Ford. We're turning up the volume and cooling down the prices. And
there's a time for us to let go. There's a time for holding on. This is the time of our
lives. A gleaming city where animals of all breeds, predator and prey alike, live together in peace and harmony.
Hi, I'm Judy, your new neighbor.
Yeah? Well, we're loud.
Don't expect us to apologize for it.
ZPD's first rabbit officer, Judy Hopps.
Ready to make the world a better place?
Hey, baby! Hey, it's baby bottle pop. It's a baby bottle pop. Just take the pop, dip it and shake it. And lick it again. It's a baby bottle pop. Baby bottle pop.
Baby bottle pops, the candy pop you lick and dip.
Something incredible is happening at Bear because we're kicking off Christmas with a sale that runs round the clock until late Saturday night.
Christmas is coming, we're gonna get you humming. Save and save.
Save on gifts 24 hours a day.
All day and night we'll be there.
All day, all night, till Saturday night.
We'd like to make Bear your store.
Don't miss a single minute.
Make Bear your store.
Ah, Seigneur, ma récolte est très bonne pour Jacques Vabre.
Ce café n'a pas mûri sur les hauts plateaux.
C'est trop loin, Seigneur.
On y va, Pedro.
Il n'y en a personne, hein? Ah, il n'y a personne?
Mais il y a sûrement du bon café. Et c'est ce café que je veux pour Jacques Vabre.
Il n'y a personne.
Et alors, Pedro, on reviendra demain?
Ok, Seigneur.
Café, Jacques Vabre, le plaisir d'un très bon café. Café, Jacques Vabre, le plaisir d'un très bon moment.
Jacques Vabre, l'amour du café.
Skip to the end, will you? How do I kill it?
Rated PG-13. Opens April 2nd.
In the 1970s, tobacco companies started making light cigarettes. By putting tiny holes in the filters to let extra air mix with the smoke, they found they could get low readings of toxic agents from testing machines like these. But when real people smoke, their lips and their fingers often block these air holes, making them pretty much useless.
I thought light cigarettes were less dangerous. Then I got lung cancer, and it wasn't the light kind.
Honey, our carpets are dirty.
We need to call the Star Team. Don't call just any carpet cleaning company. Call the Star Team. They specialize in dirty carpet cleaning. They scrub those high-traffic areas and steam clean them too. Remember the Star Team to get your carpets really clean. Star Professional Cleaners, commercial and residential. Call 725-9418.
For her. Jockey for her. Jockey for her. Jockey for her. Jockey for her.
But would you really want to take your family sailing there? Toronto. There's no place like it on Earth.
This is the one movie that's leaving all of the others in its tracks.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Go back to the magic. Back to the action.
Whoa, this is heavy.
Back to the past.
It's an absolute dream.
Caper for yourself.
Back to the future. Michael J. Fox. Christopher Lloyd. Steven Spielberg presents Back to the Future, a Robert Zemeckis film. Rated PG, now at select theaters. Check newspapers.
From CBS News, this is Health Watch. If you're thinking of going to a tanning parlor this winter, think again. The reason after this.
Wash your hands, Roger.
Wash your hands, Roger.
Wash your hands, Roger. Wash your hands, Roger.
Yeah, wash your hands, Roger. Your mom got you something special. Lava. Lava's pumice gets them clean with one wash.
Wash your hands, Roger.
Show Daddy your hands, Roger.
Well, for the first time they're clean.
Mom knows. Nothing beats Lava for kids. Lava gets hands clean the first time.
I took Metamucil, but it was so gritty.
That's why we made Citracel. Look, Metamucil's gritty, so it won't all go through the strainer. Citracel's special fiber pours right through. Citracel, great taste, no grit.
I'm DJ Barbie, here on BARB Radio.
Come on now, gotta get it moving. You can't even feel it groove.
Now, turn up the tunes.
Power Wheels Barbie Cruisin' Tunes Jeep. Barbie plays them while you play. Adult supervision required. Sound batteries not included.
Old saying, it's better to give than to receive.
Yes!
Well, give yourself a thrill with the new Home Alone 2 Super Nintendo video game. Also available for your Game Boy and Nintendo Entertainment System.
Ford. In a way, the movie is about the dreams of a summer night, that you would find romance or go faster than you had ever gone before or glimpse the secrets of your future. And of course, Lucas found the perfect image for those feelings in the mysterious figure of the blonde in the T-Bird who was so tantalizing but was only glimpsed from a distance.
Well, it's a great American movie. It doesn't matter the season. I mean, it's a spectacular film. One of the things that I love about it is that George Lucas has all sets of different couples meet each other, and they are all transformed by their meeting. You would not expect the four-eyed boy to be the hero who winds up with the bombshell girl. You would not expect the little teenage girl, the pre-teenage girl, to meet the hot rodder. And I think that one of the things the film is saying is that if the kids could get to out of their cliques and get into other groups, just like Dreyfus meets the hoods in the film, that there's enchanting possibilities come. This film is full of hope. It's a great American movie.
A lot of recent movies about this age group have involved antagonism.
Yes.
And here is one that doesn't.
You bet. My next summer selection is Smooth Talk, which, like Dirty Dancing, is another coming-of-age story about a teenage girl and an older young man, told from a feminine perspective, this time by director Joyce Chopra. Smooth Talk is about a girl played by Laura Dern who meets a stranger played by Treat Williams. The effect he has on her is to trigger her natural sexuality.
Connie, you're not telling the truth.
Today's your day set aside to go for a ride with me, and you know it.
That's what you think my name is?
It's Connie.
Maybe and maybe not.
Definitely maybe. I know my Connie.
Now, whereas a lot of the films we've been recommending on this show play the self-discovery issue of summer romance in a light way, Smooth Talk, I think, is very serious. It views the summertime invaded by an older stranger as a critical time period when young people playing with their emotions can be as dangerous as even young.
Okay, 2 scoops of raisins make Kellogg's Raisin Bran taste so good, people forget it's good for you. What do you think?
Delicious.
And?
It tastes good.
That's the same reason.
He stole my answer.
And it's not an answer.
I agree with them. It tastes great.
Okay. You got the first part right. Kellogg's Raisin Bran tastes good, but...
Good for us!
There are 2 reasons to eat Kellogg's Raisin Bran. The taste.
And?
Ultimate Bomb.
Oh, my God.
All New American Dreams, NBC Sunday.
The 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. It's dependable, it's reliable, and now it's available on a car you actually want to drive. Introducing Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. The coverage you want on the car you want. And right now, get no interest financing on any new 2004 Mitsubishi. Finally, reliability meets excitement. Only at your local Mitsubishi retailer.
Way back before the Pathfinders, before the Explorers, even before the Cherokees, there was Blazer. Now the first sport utility vehicle of its kind offers you all this and the performance of a 200 horsepower V6. You can spend thousands more on something else, but there's only one way to get the experience of a Chevy Blazer, the vehicle that originated the species.
That going on for me, and I like the location of it. I like that, well, it's the cement garden. I mean, it is a cement world, and I am sure that with the death of parents, that people can be thrown, and children can be thrown into very strange situations. At the same time, that's where I felt the picture broke down, and maybe it's because I've talked about actors who say, directors who say, you can't show people nude in a movie because what happens is you start to say, oh, that's what the actor looks like. And now here it's a very difficult subject to control, incest, and I don't think that they control it. I think that subject ran away with the back end of the picture.
No, because basically it is an incestuous sex that they're talking about, but the game that she's playing with this brother that she has control over, and I thought
there's a game with an even younger brother about dressing him up.
And then there's also the suitor who comes to call, and the way that they deceive him. I think it's intriguing.
The setup of the picture was, the finish was not for me. Coming up next, the latest in a fast break of basketball movies that we've been getting. This one is called Above the Rim. And coming up later, a documentary on Adolf Hitler's favorite filmmaker, the controversial propagandist of the Nazi Party, Leni Riefenstahl.
Tuesday I was mobbed by paparazzi.
Yesterday I blew my entire savings on stilettos.
And today I'm hiring a pool boy. And I don't even have a pool.
When it's just me, a warm, toasty McGriddle sandwich, and a great cup of McDonald's coffee, my imagination runs wild. Tomorrow? Or wouldn't you like to know?
Running the safety, the team that got the safety puts the ball in play from the 20-yard line. That, of course, the Seattle Seahawks. You can do it either by the punt, and that's what the Seahawks are going to do, or by a place kick. Dave Finzer will punt, however. Dana McLemore is back along with Derek Harmon for the 49ers, and this will count as a kickoff return.
Can you have an onside punt?
Yeah. Finzer hits a beauty. McLemore from the 25-yard line. Lowers his head and just bowls his way out over the 40-yard line of the 42, and the 49ers, with a 9-0 lead, have a good field position. There's your I formation, O.J.
I think that's a bad formation to be in the end zone. Watch number 22, Eric Wright. He'll penetrate and he'll catch Lane in the backfield. And when they went outside, I think Kurt thought he was going to have some room outside, and Lane didn't get clear and got blocked in the backfield, and he got caught in the end zone.
Still remaining in the first half, 7 minutes and 11 seconds. The 49ers leading 9-0 now. First and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Montana out of the pocket. And sets out of bounds, short of the first down, but across midfield in Seattle territory at the 49-yard line. A week from tonight, we'll be in Miami. Interesting to note the Chicago Bears are 0-8 on Monday Night Football on the road. And the Miami Dolphins have a remarkable record in the Orange Bowl. They have won 17 of the last 18 regular season games they have played at the Orange Bowl. Something's got to give. Marino's offensive line has given up the fewest sacks in the NFL this year. And, of course, the Bears are going to try and crawl all over it. And we'll be there to bring it to you next Monday night. That's Wendell Tyler. Close to the first down.
I know this defensive team of the Seahawks, they're just telling themselves, hang in there, fellas. We know this offense will get going. 9 points, we're not out of this hunt yet. If they can hold San Francisco scoreless here, or at the 3 points, they still have a good chance to win this game, and that's what they have to be.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will return after these messages.
That's it. Flip to the right. Oh! Oops.
Une tondeuse qui ne coupe plus, des lames émoussées, des outils qui ont perdu leur tranchant. Pourquoi vous fatiguer à les aiguiser? Procurez-vous le nouveau et prodigieux Miracle Sharp, le liquide à aiguiser qui affûte les lames par la seule action du trempage. Sa formule secrète dissout les tranchants usés et enlève rouille et impureté en redonnant vos outils un tranchant digne d'un aiguisage professionnel. Miracle Sharp restaure toutes les lames, même celles qui ne peuvent être aiguisées autrement, et il est réutilisable. Procurez-vous l'incroyable Miracle Sharp dès aujourd'hui.
You don't have to be country to know great country taste. Introducing McDonald's new country-style McChicken sandwich. You don't have to play country to enjoy all-white breast meat in a crisp country coating. You don't have to fiddle, pluck, or squeeze to see how great those special country seasonings taste. New country-style McChicken, only.
A small-time drug bust.
Hope you got a good lawyer.
The kind even a has-been attorney couldn't mess up.
Keep your opinions to yourself.
But soon he was caught in a scandal that reached the highest levels of government.
You mean like the post office?
Now a little guy is taking on the big guy.
And I thought we were having lunch.
Shannon's Deal, next.
I don't even think they let aliens touch that, just droids.
That's a very...
But it's a great piece.
Oh, it is.
And the back is nice, too. The way they have the Darth, the outline of Darth. It's just the design is just super. And you notice the Imperial symbol up on the upper left-hand corner of the card.
Absolutely.
Just a lot of things going for it.
That's true. And I'm glad you pointed that out, because a lot of people don't realize that both the Rebel Alliance and the Empire had their own individual symbols. You noted there was a piece of jewelry Kathy Levin had that was similar.
It was,
to the,
it had sort of that moon-shaped piece with a little circle in the middle.
Oh, this is just beautifully done. A QVC exclusive. There'll be more to come. Obviously, as popular as this is, there'll be more to come in this line, and a chance to have a real treasure. There are 2 or 3 things in this show, to me, that qualify as real treasures, and we have one coming out in a moment, and it's the Yoda, the life-size Yoda, which is just wild.
Yeah. Well, you could always melt the gold down, I guess.
That's true. 23 carat
I don't think I'd do
foil.
that.
Now, probably not.
I do.
When you realize, too, also, since it is 23 karat gold foil, since gold is so fragile when it's in that high a carat percentage, I would definitely leave this in the plastic. And what a nice way to introduce yourself. If maybe you've been a fan of the movie for a long, long time, and you haven't collected anything from the film as of yet, what a nice thing to say, yeah, let me get that, let me put it aside and just see if I enjoy the world of science fiction collecting. Like everything we offer on QVC, a 30-day unconditional return policy, so you risk nothing when you shop with QVC. Like I said, if it needs to be yours, you do need to be on the line right now. It's very, very busy. C16,493, brand new today, $29, and also new with the copy on the back of all the next cards, written by Stephen Sansweet, The Empire Strikes Back metallic card set, $48.75. C16,375. How many cards in that set?
20 cards.
20 metallic
plus,
cards.
as a special bonus.
Oh, that's right.
Sharp-looking hair is a surefire way to get noticed.
Introducing new Maxim hair color.
Wherever you go, young ladies will pay unusual attention to your hair. Even shy and quiet girls will be behind your good grooming, no matter which snazzy look you choose. At the office, well-groomed hair is successful hair. If you have the look of a winner, you just may find yourself in an exciting new position.
New Maxim hair color from Just for Men.
I discovered Bounce, the fabric softener that works in the dryer, because it came with my new white Westinghouse dryer. Now my clothes get the Bounce touch. The Bounce touch means our cottons are really soft.
My shirt is really soft.
My bathrobe's really soft. My jeans are really soft.
The Bounce touch controls static so synthetics don't cling.
Well, socks don't cling.
My blouses don't cling. My nighties don't cling.
And the Bounce touch means things smell clean and fresh.
My sweatshirt smells clean and fresh.
My jacket smells clean and fresh. My towel smells clean and fresh.
White Westinghouse dryers feature cross-vane tumbling for fast, even drying, and come with a box of Bounce.
Bounce and my new dryer make it easy for me to do many nice things for my family.